listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Momba.
So, did you know that if you suppress a sneeze, you could pop a blood vessel in your brain and die?
That's cool.
All right. So, play the grape, because I have a grape.
Already?
Yeah.
We just started.
So,
Hell no, motherfuckers!
So here's the thing.
Wake the fuck up.
Junkyard messaged me, they're like, oh, what time are we recording today? I'm like, well, it's really cold outside. I really don't feel like going out. I haven't been out of the house in like weeks, and I like to keep it that way. So I went out today to throw out the trash because after 2 weeks, it starts to pile up.
Uh-huh.
So I go out there, and I'm like, man, it is really cold. I really don't feel like going to Junkyard's to record. But then Junkyard started whining and bitching and moaning. I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it. So he convinced me to come and record. So I get here, and Mom was like, oh, I have a cough, so, I'm going to sound like shit, like more than usual. I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess Mamba's going to suck today, so I got to carry the show. And then Junkyard over here is like sneezing up a storm, fucking with the sniffles. And I'm in this dank basement in a cesspool full of like black mold and God knows what other bacteria Junkyard spewing
Mamba,
everywhere.
That's Mamba.
You know
He's a
what-
sick one, not me.
You know what's
I
gonna
just have
happen?
allergies.
So
It's because we work in public service, surrounded by.
do you work in public service? But you smell like you work in public sanitation.
Bro, get off you.
He might be right. I have a little bit of something. I'm congested. I mean, I don't feel bad. I feel fine. I just have a little bit of cough. That's it.
So you just look worse than you feel. Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, Junkyard? What's your fucking excuse?
I just have a little bit of allergies, that's all. I'm good.
His excuse is there's black mold in his basement.
It's okay, because I'm leaving soon, hopefully.
Once he's gone, that's his mom's problem.
All right, well, whatever.
right.
That's my gripe. My gripe is this could have all been avoided if we would have just.
Yeah, but then our listeners would be disappointed. They're already disappointed. We got many, what the fuck, why didn't you guys record?
I'm pretty sure many of them are disappointed when they tune in and got to listen to us for
No,
like a couple hours.
because they do that on purpose.
Well, anyway,
But probably the worst part for you is that since you've become such a homebody,
Jesus Christ.
you spared no expense, I see.
How much do these Miller High Lives cost you? Like $1?
69 cents each.
hold on, I will tell you exactly how much it was because I used my Apple Pay.
Tony coming through with these Miller High Life tall boy. You
The champagne of beers.
Yeah, the champagne of beer.
The only thing that's good about these right now is that they're really cold. Because that's the only way that they don't taste like shit.
Well,
Or they do taste like shit.
Trust
They
me,
just
they're
taste like...
not cold because I got them that way. They're cold because it's fucking freezing outside.
so you use Apple Pay
I actually bought them. They were cheaper because they were
to pay
Yes.
for 3 Miller High Life
Yes.
tall boys.
Yes, I did.
That is like building a computer just to use it as a calculator.
So, with tax for all 3 tall boys, it was $5.68. Now I use my Apple Pay because on my Apple credit card I get 2% back,
Oh, very nice.
and obviously I'm in penny pinching mode.
Uh-huh.
So
You're going to come to collect one day.
yeah. So someday in the future I will come to collect.
Nice.
What was I going to say? I forgot.
So yeah, these were actually lukewarm. They were room temperature, but it was so cold outside. Walking from the car and then waiting for Junkyard to open the fucking door.
Yeah, dude, it took me... How long did it take me to open that door from when he left, when he sent that message to...
He sent the messages right after another. So he probably waited like 20 seconds.
I walked up to the door. I'm like, I'm here. I'm leaving. It's cold. I'm tired of waiting. All those were sent at the same time.
Exactly.
You better be careful. You might build a healthy dose of agoraphobia.
Oh, yeah, you might not want to go outside anymore.
Like, you came here and you have people who are diseased
Yeah.
and pestilent.
Yeah.
And you're going to go home and you're not going to want to come back out.
Yeah. Now I was like, I'm going to
You're
like,
going to grow.
my immune system is like completely shot now because I have not been exposed to any elements.
Uh-huh.
I've not been exposed to anything remotely like inconvenient to my system. So,
Yeah, you're not gonna want to leave the house. You're gonna grow. Your beard is gonna grow really long.
I'm
So
gonna wear Kleenex shoe boxes.
Kleenex
like,
shoe boxes.
like fucking what's
Mr.
that?
Burns.
No, but what was that?
The guy from the Aviator.
From where?
The Aviator.
Oh, Howard Hughes.
There you
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna be like
You
Howard
have
Hughes.
long fingernails.
Yep,
You're
long
gonna get
beard.
emaciated for not eating food.
Yeah,
He's already emaciated. Look at him.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there.
So how's the job hunt going?
It's actually pretty good. I had so Monday. Today's Wednesday. So Monday I had 2 interviews.
No, today's Friday.
Well, today
Fuck.
today is Wednesday. When our listeners listen, it will be Friday. But right now. So Monday I had 2 interviews, and then I had 1 Tuesday, and then 1 today, and I have 1 tomorrow. So, and I got other ones that are like pending or I'm waiting to hear back. So, I mean, it is going. So I have an interesting story about one of them. I was debating on whether or not I should tell it, but obviously I don't use my government name on the podcast, and none of my potential employers know anything about this podcast, and I hope it stays that way.
Which is not true at my current employer now. Everybody knows about it, but proceed.
But I mean, it's not bad. But I've done a lot of phone screenings, and I've done a few like in person, and I've also done a lot of like over FaceTime or Zoom conferencing, and I've done enough to where I can keep it anonymous, and no one will ever know who it is because I've had plenty. So I had one with this recruiting company. They do IT recruitment. So she called me and she's like, "Hey, came across your resume. They got some positions that you might be interested in. Do you have a time to talk?" So we talked. And she's like, "Okay, you want to do like we don't do like a face to face. We do FaceTime or Skype." I'm like, "Well, I have an iPhone, so we can do FaceTime." So she's like, "Okay, well then how about this day?" So we set up the date, whatever. I'm like, "All right." So I go downstairs because it's quiet downstairs.
Did you dress up?
I half dressed.
Downstairs in your basement?
Yeah,
Which room did you pick?
the very last one because there's a lot of natural light.
Okay.
And it's actually we actually painted it.
Okay.
So it's not.
It doesn't look like.
It doesn't look like this basically.
I was gonna say, I was like, which did you? I was like,
No, the last time you were there, we had like black mold.
oh, okay,
But
okay,
we got rid of that.
okay.
Side note: my basement always floods, and we had drywall, and that drywall just got destroyed. And the original drywall we had wasn't the mold resistant or humid.
The green board.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was that shitty regular one. So obviously we had a mold problem. So we ended up tearing down like half the walls and replacing it. And after we replaced it, my dad got like a sump pump and did some other shit, and we really haven't had the problem anymore.
Oh, good for you.
So that last room is actually, my mom has a bunch of plants there because there's a lot of light. So it actually looks not terrible. So I'm like, whatever, I could do. But the only reason I went there because it's quiet. I just need somewhere quiet because my dad likes to watch TV, and sometimes he'll watch it pretty loud. And then my sister, she works whatever hours, and she comes home and takes out the dogs, and the dogs run all over the place. So I'm like, well, this is the only place. So anyway, so I did get dressed up, half dressed up, because I mean, you're only gonna see the top half. So I wore like a dress shirt. I made sure I washed my face, brushed my teeth. I had on some basketball shorts and my
I like it.
and my John Deere colorway Crocs.
John Deere Crocs.
So they're Crocs, but they're like bright yellow with green.
Okay,
so
okay.
I call them the John Deere colorways.
John Deere color.
So anyway, so she calls me, and I pick up whatever, and this girl is like super attractive. Like
Where you going?
like, oh, your babysitter. Can't you like call back?
Junkyard's leaving. Junkyard's leaving
So-
because
so-
he's an adult and he can't say no.
So if your term is over, why do you have to
Yeah,
take a
well-
call? Like what? Can't she
Well,
like?
can't she text you
Yeah.
congratulations?
She can leave a voicemail.
All right, well, Junkyard's gone because
So So it's funny because like at first he was like, I gotta take these calls. I can't miss them because I'm like, why? What's the consequence? Well,
did we talk about this on the last
yeah.
podcast?
So to recap, Junker has a babysitter that calls him every week.
But
and
he said that the reason why they call him
yeah,
is, or his school calls him, is so it's a way that they stay accredited. So they could, right? That's what he said?
he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me that. He told me a different story. He said they're just doing him a
he-
solid.
I thought he told us both.
I'm sure there's a purpose to it. You're probably right.
Or maybe he told me at work. But I guess the reason why his school calls him, or his school has that system, is that that's a way to make sure that they're accredited. They don't lose that accreditation. Is that they have like counselors that go see people out. So they don't really care how he's doing.
Yeah,
They just don't want to.
They're going through the motions.
They just don't want to get unaccredited by the government.
Exactly. Yes. So and now that it's over, like he just said his semester's over or the term is over. So like there's even less consequence if you don't take the call. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I even told him like, what if you can't take the call? No, you have to. Like, well, what if you get sick? Well, no, you got to take the call. I'm like, can't you call them back? Like, what if you're busy? Well, no, you can't call back. Well, can't they leave you a voicemail? Can't they like text you? I'm like, this is technically an online, college. So they have technologies available aside from fucking faxing, And he's like, no, I gotta take this call. I have to take it. Like, there's no option.
Yeah. And there's always an option. There's always choices.
And Junker's choice is to just be walked on. I think he just likes the whole aspect of being walked all over.
Probably. He fancies himself a doormat.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So you had they would pretty
Oh
good.
yeah. So I just had
aren't interviews over like Skype kind of weird though?
not really. I mean, it's video conferencing, so like,
I guess.
I mean, maybe if in the beginning they were maybe because they're not used to seeing someone. But I don't know. Maybe because I've done so many, like it doesn't really. I don't really give a shit anymore. Like it doesn't. I don't really think much of it. But yeah, this one that I had was like she was extremely attractive, and I was like, and I'm holding my phone, and I'm like, man, if I drop my phone, and she sees my my
situation,
my basketball shorts,
and your
John Deere colorways, fucking Crocs, it's fucking game over.
What if? Could you tell where she was?
She was in her office.
Oh, she was in her office.
Yeah,
Okay, I was gonna say
I was in my office.
What? I was gonna say, like, what if, like, isn't it nice to think that maybe she was in her apartment and she had probably her blouse and whatever women wear when they try to feel important.
Damn.
But below the waist, she was just like in her little undies or something.
I mean,
If you found that out,
I like to think that only because it made me. Okay, so I did think about that, and I would like to think that, but it's not because I'm a perv. I would like to think that because that was my situation, so it would make me more comfortable knowing, like, okay, you know what, she's probably
it's like a nerves thing, right?
Yeah, like she's probably wearing her basketball shorts, and then
She's wearing her basketball shirt.
and her Crocs, and just like a nice button-up shirt, like me. It's like, oh yeah, so it made me feel a little more
Her
comfortable.
cat construction equipment Crocs.
Oh
like
yeah,
the black and red and yellow.
No, she's wearing like just like shorts, like those pajama shorts and like Uggs.
Ugh.
So that's what I like to think. It makes me feel a little more comfortable knowing that the person across from me that I'm talking to is just as liberal
with what
with
they
what they wear when the other person can't see.
I was gonna ask you something, but I forgot. So, anyways, moving on. What do you think about Disney Plus?
Oh, I have a lot of thoughts about not only Disney Plus but Apple TV Plus. So I have both, and I started watching for Apple TV. I started watching The Morning Show, which is I think it's really good. I mean, it's way better than any Adam Sandler movie that Jennifer Aniston's been in. That's how I know that for sure. I mainly wanted to watch it because of Steve Carell and Reese Witherspoon, but
Yeah, there's a bunch of people in that show, right?
yeah,
It's Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell.
and Billy Crudup or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, Billy Crudup. Okay.
I mean, I think they try to make him. I'm pretty sure he's someone important because they keep throwing his name all over the credits. So I'm like, all right, I guess this.
I mean, he's been in like
I mean, he must have been
movies.
in a movie or two.
the only movie I can really remember, and it was
Yeah.
Watchmen. But how'd it go?
So so I started watching. So yeah, that's a good show. Like I don't know if you remember on HBO there used to be a show called
The Newsroom?
The Newsroom, which was really good. And
I remember that's when Olivia Munn made her
Yes.
foray into acting.
yeah, I thought that was a great show for the first season or the first season, second season.
Olivia
and
Munn came
third
out in
season.
Magic Mike first.
Junkyard, shut the fuck up. All right, grown-ups are talking. Grown-ups that don't have babysitters. All right.
Oh, you think grown-ups that have jobs? The only person that's not a grown-up here is you because you don't have employment.
Oh,
You stay home and watch fucking cartoons all day.
Oh, speaking of cartoons, Apple Plus has the Snoopy in Space.
Snoopy in Space?
Yeah, it's like a new series. It's called Snoopy in Space.
Speaking of cartoons, I haven't watched it, but I was going through Disney Plus's library. They got the original X-Men cartoons from the 90s.
Yeah.
They have the Spider-Man.
Darkwing Duck.
I'm going to watch the shit out of those shows.
They have like almost all. They have a Darkwing Duck, Tailspin,
I don't like Tailspin.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
I like that show.
So, but yeah, so I started watching Newsroom. I think it's really good. Newsroom is really good.
Oh, you mean the
I watched the
morning
first
The morning
season.
show. I'm sorry. Started watching the morning show. I think it's really good. I started watching C, the one with Jason Momoa. That one. I mean, it's good. I think it's one of those shows where like they went in really heavy with the production value, but and the big name with Jason Momoa. But I have a feeling they might kill him off in the next episode or two because they just kind of have him as a hook. Like, oh look,
Oh,
the show with
yeah.
Jason Momoa, and then 3 seasons later, he's okay. We're gonna off him because we can't afford to pay him anymore.
They just wanted to bring people in.
Yeah, yeah. So I see. I mean, but I don't think it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's a slow burner. And the thing is, like, they're trying to do kind of like what Hulu did with Castle Rock and some other shows where they just release one episode a week. So they have the first 3 up already.
Well, that's what Disney Plus is doing. There.
Yeah. Well, Disney Plus is it with the Mandalorian, which, by the way, that is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
The one episode I saw.
Oh, there's only one episode.
Yeah, the one episode I saw. Great. Great. How'd you see it, Junkyard?
Disney Plus.
But it was down.
I watched
It
it
was
in the
down.
afternoon.
Everything is down.
It was down.
You can't watch
Ask
anything.
Mama. Mama tried.
So I messaged Junkyard. I'm like, hey, Junkyard, what's the login for Disney Plus? Because we're not sharing it, but I just want to know what his is. And
Not to incriminate myself, but while I may or may not have been at work, we tried to pull up Disney Plus at work, and we just kept on getting like a circle.
well, yeah, look who your fucking IT is. Of course, it's gonna be like shit.
He's the IT.
I am also the acting.
Well, my statement stands.
But I was also the one that diagnosed the problem.
Ooh.
We were like, what's going on? And I was like, it's probably crashed. Like HBO go, there's nothing we can do.
And you were right.
Sure enough, there was nothing we could do. But yeah, so we could watch it. But you were in the comfort of your own home,
Yep.
in your Crocs,
Yep. In my John Deere colorways.
watching it.
Yep.
On
And
a laptop like a fucking pleb.
yeah. Well, I could watch it on my TV, but
I think he had to sell his TV for like food.
but the thing is, like,
No, you put it. He just threw it into a pile of trash and lit on fire for heat.
yeah,
His PlayStation VR. And
everything. So I could watch it on my TV, but I don't know. I just like my room better because I mean I have my bed there, there's my covers, I have my Dyson that I could like turn
do
on.
you have a Dyson ring?
No, I have the
The fan, yeah, right. It's
yeah,
like the
the-
ring.
Oh,
no, not it's not because there's 2 of them. There's one that's like the one I have is the hot and cool link. So the one that's like a heater and it's like
Is the ring like the air purifier?
yeah,
Okay,
but this also has an air purifier. So whenever I want to breathe clean air instead of the shit I'm breathing here, I go in my room and turn it on. And so yeah, it's just a lot more comfortable. I have Alexa there, so when I'm doing laundry, I'm like, Alexa, check on my laundry, and it'll tell me how many more minutes are on the dryer and shit. So that way, so that's why I have all the comforts.
Is your your dryer and washer hooked up to your Alexa?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything has Wi-Fi in it now.
Yeah, it does. And I also get alerts on my phone, like when the dryer's done, and I can just go get my clothes.
Is it a Samsung or an LG?
It's an LG. So I have little reason to leave my room. All I need is like a little mini fridge, a little hot plate. Psh, I'm locking that. I'm locking.
Wait, oh, fuck. Are you a hobo?
You'll never need to go
plate.
anywhere.
I will never need to leave.
What about you? How you take a shit?
I'm gonna get a fucking a chamber pot, just like the old days.
Or
I
you
have a
gonna-
window. Just chuck it out the window. Fuck the neighbors. They're assholes anyway. So content so far is great, which I like. Like I said, Mandalorian, amazing. I kind of see that show exceeding my expectations. Production value by far
You can tell they spend
a lot. Yeah,
a lot of money on that show.
and from what I was reading, they actually did not spend that much.
Really?
Yeah, like I think the budget for that was like 120 million, which
That's
is,
a lot of money.
but it's not a lot compared to like some of the other. Big
How much is
budget.
Game of Thrones?
Oh God,
That was like
I
each
think
episode.
it was 120 million for Ghost
Yeah.
for him to show up for like 10 seconds. So anyway, so production value was great. Shows are great.
But they don't have it besides the Mandalorian. They don't
Yeah,
have
it's
any
not
other
much.
Original content.
Yeah,
Well, not yet.
they have.
No, I know not yet, but I'm saying
They got some other
as of
bullshit.
release.
They got like that High School Musical, the series. Is
Oh,
that an
oh.
original and some other? I don't know. I didn't really.
Well, I mean, it's a Disney Channel original, but it's
Yeah.
like a decade old
But
already.
I think.
That's what I was saying, is it
oh, is
old?
it? I don't know. I just saw it on the list of
no, I mean,
originals.
are you talking about like shows at launch? I don't think they have a lot of shows
No,
at
I think
launch.
it's just the Mandalorian. I think that's it.
But I think Disney, like their hook is like their catalog is
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
bag.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah,
Marvel.
that's how they get you.
Disney,
Yeah,
obviously.
because I put it on my.
Apple TV's trying to get you with the economic pricing and whatever new shit.
There's
they're
so many
doing.
streaming services coming out, man. It's gonna.
Oh,
The market's getting saturated.
not yet. There's still one more we need to get.
HBO Max.
No, fuck HBO Next. I'm talking about BET Plus.
What?
Oh.
BET Plus has the entire library of Tyler Perry. I just read.
Why would I want to watch
Why?
Tyler
Why
Perry?
would? Don't you want to watch Medea goes
No,
to
I
jail?
don't.
Like anytime you
Madea.
want.
I don't want to watch Medea anything, let alone.
Why are you hating on BET? What's
I'm
wrong?
not
what's
hating
wrong
on
with
BET. I'm hating on BET. I'm hating on Tyler
Please-
Perry.
Please tell me how you feel about BET, Junkyard.
BET's fine. Tyler Perry is not.
Okay, but
It's trash.
But there's pull up BET Plus, and you can see like some of the BET originals coming out. Some of them,
Are they owned by Disney too?
I have no idea.
Like, why do they add the plus at the end? Because that's usually a Disney thing, like ESPN Plus, Disney Plus.
See, we can start a free trial today. Let's see what we got. Well, Junker's pulling that up. I do.
Start your trial.
I do. See,
Ooh, stream black culture.
don't you want to stream Black Culture?
I
No,
do,
that's-
but,
that-
but
so
I
we-
don't want to watch
That-
Medea.
That's culture appropriating.
No,
Ooh,
but
the Bobby Brown story.
so we could stream.
Is that the,
What?
is that their like?
Featured content. The
Yeah,
First Wives,
Wives
Club,
Club.
Bigger, the Bobby Brown story,
And
and
Coming
that's it.
Soon.
Just says coming soon.
What's the Bobby Brown story? He did a lot.
Oh,
of
they have Martin.
What is the Bobby Brown story though? He like hooked up with Whitney, did a lot of drugs. The end, right?
He did the Ghostbusters 2
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that
soundtrack.
was a good song.
That's it.
So, see, how much does that cost?
I
They have a
hope,
price there, I don't think.
I hope it's
Click on where people ask how much does BET Plus cost.
Where does that say that?
Right there, where people ask. All people also ask.
Oh, how much does BET Plus cost? $9.99 a month.
God,
get outta
fuck
here.
that. Bull, wait, really? They have some gall, the audacity to charge $10.
what is if
Disney's charging $7.99,
If-
but
ESPN's like $7.
$7.99. But if you do, I think if you do the year, it's like $4.99, right?
It's-
If you do the or something like
that.
that. Apple Plus is just $4.99.
uh-huh.
And then they have a package with Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN, right? BET $9.99. What is that? Is BET like the title of like video streaming?
I get
Do I get lossless audio with Martin?
if you ask
Martin.
if somebody was like, "Oh yeah, BET Plus," what do they have? They have the audacity. That's what they have.
That's one thing that they are
They
not
have-
lacking.
They
the
have
audacity.
They have the goal. the gumption even to charge $10 for their content.
And it's not even that great.
I know the Bobby Brown story is alone worth the price of admission, but I'm gonna have to give that a hard no.
A hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass. That's silly.
I mean, it's gonna be a hard pass for me. Even if even if one of my friends signs up for it, and is like, hey man, I'll give you my password. I'll be like, I don't think I want it.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Somebody was trying to mooch off for the Disney Plus password on my Facebook. I fucking gripe about him all the time on this podcast. People don't know him by name, obviously, but they know the stories of this guy.
So this guy also has the audacity.
He has the audacity to be asking
Is it
people.
the guy that watches written movies?
Yes, the terrible quality, like
God.
video, the cam.
And he asks you for your.
He didn't ask me. He just like put it on Facebook.
What do you
This-
put like? Oh, who's
He's like,
who's gonna hook me up?
Who's gonna hook me up with a Disney Plus password?
Oh.
And we're like, what the
in
fuck?
exchange for what? You should.
Oh, he
reply.
didn't say. He said, I'll give you one of my other passwords.
Be like, what do you got? BT Plus?
Well, whatever he's got, I
They're-
don't want or need.
You should have just asked just to be curious. Like, yeah.
I actually did. I was gonna ask him, but I was at work, and I'm like,
Oh.
You get that rare and elusive.
somebody
BTP.
did give it to him though, because later on he posted thanks to,
Oh,
and then
shout
he
out to
tagged
Yeah.
a person for the password.
That
I'm like,
person must have
man.
been really been hard up for BET Plus.
I was like, man, you shouldn't have given them jack shit. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the fucking balls. He's the same guy that a few months back is like, hey, who's gonna give me a ride to the airport? And one guy's like, hey bro, there's this thing called Uber. He's like, yeah, but I just thought I had like friends on here.
You thought wrong. Wrong.
Anyway, yeah, fuck that guy.
So anyway, BET Plus, hard no for me. What do you guys say?
No,
I'm
I'm good.
tempted.
I could watch Martin,
What if
Some other time.
What if they come up with some banging programming
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
like Medea the series?
Again, I don't want to watch. There was that one Tyler Perry series on like the not CW, the U. What was it called? The not
series?
Jeffersons,
The
the
Parker?
Joneses or some shit.
I don't remember.
There's a Tyler
Parkers?
Perry series, huh?
I know, like
Let me look it up.
the main, guy, like the dad or something. Wasn't he bald?
Yeah. He was like fat.
What about it?
I'm just saying, like he already had a series. Like
Oh.
it was terrible. Why the fuck would I want to pay for it?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So anyway, this is what I don't like about Apple TV Plus and about Disney Plus.
Oh, he is gonna have 2 new original series on BET Plus.
Ooh, 2 new series.
Good for him.
I think.
He's
I
really cornering that BET market.
Yeah. So here's my gripe about both of them. The interface I still think is like shit, which I guess isn't the worst thing to complain about because they can always fix it. But right now, like if you're watching an episode, there's no play next episode. Like you know when you're
yeah.
you know how like on Netflix is like play next episode. You can just play the next one. Like
Oh, but it plays automatically. Oh, are you talking about Disney Plus?
Disney Plus and Apple TV.
Well, Disney Plus. Well, at least on my Xbox, it plays automatically. It plays the next episode.
oh, you know what? No, I lied. I'm sorry. Because Disney Plus, I only watched Mandalorian. There's only 1 episode, so why
Right.
would there be a play next?
Exactly.
But
I was watching Boy Meets World and it was going to play
okay,
the next
all right,
episode.
I lied. All right, I take it back. So
But do they have like if you exit out and you come back, do they have like pick up where you left off option?
I think so.
like if you click on the
I believe so.
on the shows.
I didn't go back, so I
okay.
can't tell you for sure.
all right,
But you know what they do have that you were saying that only one provider has. Now they have it.
skip intro.
Skip intro. They do have a skip intro button.
Amazing. Apple TV does not have that, which I was highly upset because I'm like, come on, they don't have the play next. It's a lot like HBO. HBO doesn't have. Wait, does HBO Go have play next episode?
No,
Yeah, they
you have to go back down and
Yeah,
click on
it's all fucking weird.
HBO has the worst interface
Yeah.
out of all those
Even
streaming
Amazon
services.
Prime has a better interface. I do like.
I'm actually not a big fan of Amazon
really?
Prime's interface.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's you go to the show you want. Yeah, you're right. It's a little weird, but once you get into the series, like I really do like that whole X-ray vision. Is that what they call
Oh,
it?
well, that's cool on the computer, yeah. But like if you're watching it from like a
Yeah.
device, it's like
Yeah.
you don't get that. And not just that, but like on a device, you have to add season per season. It's like you can add the whole series.
What do you mean?
So like for example, Suits is on Amazon Prime,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like behind. So I had to add, like I'm on season like 5 or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. For example, let's say I'm on season 5. Well, I can add season 5 to my queue, But then if I want to add the rest of the seasons after that, I have to add the rest separately. It's not like I just add Suits to my queue. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like the whole series?
Right. I
add
have
the
to do season 6, season 7,
Okay.
season 8. You know,
Oh, okay.
like one by one. Like who the fuck? Like just give me the whole series. God damn it! I'll just play them all. You know what I'm saying?
But what if you don't like it? They want to like,
Then I'll just stop watching it. I don't have to I don't have to do season by season.
gotcha.
It's like fuck. Just might as well let me do episode by episode in that case. You know?
Yeah. So Netflix still has the best interface.
Yeah, but they were the first ones to do
It's
it,
true. So yeah, but you think that
and they're the most expensive.
it being so like popular and like them being around the longest, that people would see that like, hey, this is what's fucking working. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Figure even-
people like to skip the intro.
But they're trying to be different.
You figure even Apple, who copies everything that other people do, so
Exactly. If they're gonna copy something, fucking at least do it right.
Yeah.
do the right stuff.
I mean, I don't care if they take credit for it and they say, "Oh, we invented the skip intro." Okay, I don't give a fuck. Just put it in there. I don't care if you say you invented it. Take the credit.
Out of all the streaming services that are out right now, I think Apple, so far for me at least, that I've noticed is the weakest. Because first of all, I didn't even know they had a streaming service till you mentioned it. Second of all, I haven't heard of any of their fucking shows. I saw the commercial once. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the weakest. You know what I'm saying? The strongest right now is probably Disney Plus because of their catalog,
Yeah, Disney
and then
Plus,
Netflix is probably second strongest.
Disney Plus is definitely the strongest because, like you said, because of their content and because of their IPs.
Yeah,
Like they just have like a large like umbrella of
of ownership.
of ownership of cool shit
Right.
that they can work with. Netflix is just because it's been around for so long
Right.
and there's just so much, and they're
And they've already built that base.
yeah, and
You know, they've got
they're-
Stranger
and they've already-
Things, they've
yeah,
got
yeah, they're constantly
Orange is the New
yeah,
Black or whatever
Yeah,
the fuck.
like they're already
Ozark. I mean, they've-
Ozarks. Yeah.
The
Oh,
Hill
you
of-
you's coming out.
Oh yeah, you
next month.
the Haunting of Hill House,
Stranger
they've got-
Things.
yeah, I said
They're just like they just keep putting out bangers.
that's what I'm saying. Like they've got their base. They've already built. They've already built
Yeah.
the structure.
Yeah, like
they're just
Apple, like-
building on top.
I think Apple has to like really come up with some good shit.
No, they gotta spend money.
Yeah, that's why.
And they're not gonna. I don't think they'll outspend Disney. That's for damn sure. And I mean, Netflix got a lot of money too. And like they're like Apple's into like so much shit. Like they're into phones, they're into computers, they're into
Yeah.
now streaming, they're into credit cards. Like they got their hands in too many spots. I don't think they can devote.
Or you think they're gonna implode?
Not implode, but I don't think they're going to be as successful as like Netflix. Netflix, all they do is this.
Yeah, they
This
get
is it. They have nothing else.
Yeah.
Like Disney has other things as
I
well.
still order my movies from Netflix.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I get them in the mail.
That's terrible.
The fuck?
I like the
what
inconvenience.
the fuck is wrong with
The
you?
only
I
thing
like
I-
having it. I like
Do
having
you-
to go take it to the post office.
Do you also go to your local consumer value store at night like a ghoul?
Yeah.
That's
To,
you.
to the red box?
So you know what's funny about that? So I used to order from Netflix back before they had the streaming service. Obviously,
me
when it
too.
was just
Yeah,
I don't
DVD to home?
actually.
Me too.
I don't actually rent
I've got
movies.
3 free movies from them because one they sent me one on accident. It was Tenacious D, and then they just never asked for it back. And it was never in my like queue. They just sent it to me. Another one was
Do they even still do that?
yeah, they do. I think it's actually you can add it to your plan, like DVD to your house,
Why? Why is that?
because there's stuff
Old
that's on
people.
there. It's stuff that's not in their like
Old people.
in their catalog, but they have it on DVD.
Florida.
Fully-
Majority of it goes to Florida.
Also, they sent me some. They said that I returned some shit. Well, I never did. It was like literally still sitting on my like TV, and I never returned it. And they said I returned it, and I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I'm keeping it.
Guess it's mine now.
Exactly. So like shit like that, you know, is awesome. Netflix has always been doing good stuff since the
Been
beginning.
done
Yeah.
right by you.
So
Yeah.
so how do you guys feel about the rumors saying that
Password sharing.
yeah, like that HBO and Netflix and Hulu, they're all
Disney.
They're all gonna get together in some fucking secret meeting, like fucking ghouls, and come up with a plan to stop everyone from password sharing.
I don't know how they can do it. To be quite honest, because like
From what I read, they were dabbling in the like forcing 2-factor.
all right, great. So then if they send me a text message, you could just be like, hey, what's your text message number? And I'll just forward it to you.
Yeah, which I like I said,
I
like,
do that with my wife all the time. There's 2-factor my bank account, and sometimes she does like our what do you call it? Our finances. So she'll be like, try to log into my account, and it sends me a text message, and she's like, hey, what's the account message? So I can go and do the finances, and I send it to her. Takes like 2 seconds. Like, what the fuck is the big deal? You know what I'm saying?
next time you do that, or you get the message and she asks for it, and be like, what's in it for me?
Exactly.
The only
Should
other
be like,
That's
what's
gonna-
in it for you
That's
is
gonna cost you.
is being financially stable.
The other thing I think Comcast kind of already does it with your IP address. Like if you,
Well, that's just to watch certain things. Like it's not for
but
like you logging in. Because I log into Tony's all the time.
Yeah.
yeah, but wouldn't they be able to like, oh, this isn't their normal IP address?
Well, they can do that to know if you're at home or not. But like, for example, Comcast has like specific shit that you can only watch at home through like the internet.
Yeah.
So like, for example, I'll give you an example. I love Champions League, but like, they're usually on two channels. They're on TNT and Univision. Univision you cannot watch outside of your house. TNT you can. So like, if you try,
you mean Univision?
Univision, but I'm doing it for
Fuck is wrong with you?
I'm doing it for our
Univision.
for our white
I
our
was
white
watching Univision.
for our white
You
audience.
sound like a fucking twat.
Yeah. So anyway,
But I think what he's saying is like they can limit sessions by IP.
yeah, but they can't. They won't know. Like the IP on your phone changes like all the time. How are they gonna say no?
Yeah.
I'm on my phone. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I'd be
okay.
like, I'm on my phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
because they could do it like if but then they would just limit to you just doing it at home.
Right, but then you're gonna lose customers that way.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
because-
You're exploiting your customer base.
Because half of the allure is like, oh, you can watch it on your phone, you can watch it on your tablet, on your whatever.
and yeah, right, exactly. And that's one of, like, for example, it's one of the things I hated about PlayStation View. So PlayStation View only let you watch sports at home, and they did lock you down by your IP address at home. Like if your IP address changed, you were fucked. You had to like you could only change your IP. I think you were only allowed to change your IP address like 3 times or some shit. Otherwise, they like kicked you off the service. So, if you weren't at home, if you were on the app, you couldn't watch any sports. Like literally nothing.
So
you couldn't watch
sports-
anything.
Yeah, sports were just not available on the
Right.
app. What you're saying?
And where like for example Sling, like Sling TV, I can watch everything on the app anywhere. Like I was not like forced to be at home, which is one of the reasons I was like, fuck, why am I paying $50 a month for fucking PlayStation View if I can't watch half the shit now when I'm not at home? Like that's the whole fucking point.
I just signed up for YouTube TV. I'm only gonna have it on while basketball's on. After that, like what June comes around, I don't need to watch it anymore.
Yeah, see, like I had to,
what does YouTube have?
YouTube TV.
Yeah,
It's a cable streaming service.
but like you said, you do it for basketball. Like
Yeah, because they have TNT, the NBA TV.
you should have did Sling. I think it's cheaper because YouTube TV is like $50 a month. Sling's like 25
Not that I condone it, but you can stream all those.
illegally.
Yes.
Not that he would do that.
No. Not that you would, but I have a friend that does it.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like where you have to search for, because before, my friend would have to go on Reddit, and they would have different threads for whatever game he
They
wanted
closed
to
all
watch.
those fuckers down.
They did close them all down.
Yeah.
But now there's only
From what I heard.
they did
Not that I know
Yeah,
personally.
exactly. I heard they closed them all down. So after they closed them all down, that Reddit became just like a lot because they weren't allowed to have it. So
Right.
so now they have what they call an Adam Silver fan page.
Oh.
So in that fan page, it just has one link that's saying like we're no longer allowed to post links
Go
or
to
streams.
this.
So when you go, click here. When you click there, it takes you to this other site, and it has all the games that are playing that day, like
Right.
all of them from the earliest game to the end of the day. And there's 2 streams if you want to watch the stream from this team or the stream from that team. And they are all like there's no ads.
Right.
There's like top-notch quality.
Yeah.
And it rarely like drops out.
So yeah, see, like I've seen this with some friends that I have stream MMA fights, and they do like that too.
I'll have my friends send you that link so that you can stay away from it because
Yeah, I don't want that. Tell
No,
them to
you want
keep
to
it
pay
away
the
from me.
$50 a month,
Yeah.
legit.
So I'll send it to you just so you know you can like blacklist it from your call.
Yeah, yeah.
Call
I'm gonna call Comcast
and be like,
Comcast.
I do not want access to this site because it is not legal.
But like I cut the cord. What was it? Almost over a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't even realize. Like I don't even notice it. To be quite honest, I have an antenna so I can watch whatever the fuck like is on live. Like if I want to watch the Bears, I just put the antenna on. If there's something that's like literally on TV, I can watch it. There's a few TV shows that I watch, like The Flash and stuff, but that's on their app. And I have the app on the Xbox, so I can just pull it up whenever.
Yeah.
What else? All my other shit is either Hulu, which I have, Hulu, Netflix, now Disney Plus. I mean, all that shit's all on streaming services that I have most of them. So it's like I don't need TV. TV's fucking gone. Like, yeah. The other day I wanted to watch Monday Night Football. And that's the only thing I don't have is ESPN. But luckily, I have friends that are nice enough to share their that do have cable. They share their password with me,
Okay.
so I was able to log into my ESPN app. I have ESPN Plus, but I don't have it doesn't let me watch the Monday Night Football. So I was able to log into the ESPN app and watch the game. That's the only thing I'm missing was the ESPN. But sooner or later, that'll be a thing of the past.
All right. This ain't a TV podcast.
No, it's not. But anyway, you probably don't even need that shit, man. You know, you just fucking. I wouldn't even get it for you, to be quite honest
What,
with you.
YouTube TV?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I wouldn't pay
I'm
for
still
it.
on the free trial. So.
Yeah, I'm saying if you got a free trial, just fuck get
Yeah.
the free trial. But yeah, like you're right. Like there's like a lot. It's becoming like, and we talked about this like a while
Yeah.
back, how it's gonna get to a point where there's just like it's gonna become too fragmented.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna need a streaming service for this. You're gonna need a streaming service for that.
I think it already is too fragmented.
It is. It's and it's only gonna get worse because you said HBO Now, fucking PET Plus was nobody's probably gonna get.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other shit that's gonna be.
but the thing is, like you said, like more and more people are getting away from just traditional cable TV packages and all that. So like, let's say they announce this, like, oh, there's a cool new show coming out. All right, well, what service is it coming out on? Do you have access to it? Or it's like, oh, great, that one's going to be on this.
That's where they're talking about now that because of this, they're gonna exploit the market and what do you call it? Illegal streams and
Yeah.
illegal torrenting and stuff are going to be a comeback because it was
Yeah.
starting to go down, I guess, from what I heard.
Yeah, it was going down because, like I said, it's all about ease of
Right, ease of use.
ease of use and accessibility.
Yeah.
Since Netflix gave us like such ease of use and accessibility to so much content, people like, I don't care, I'll pay like 10 $14 a month,
Right.
if I could stream whatever I want whenever I
Exactly.
want. I can binge watch series.
And that's why I got ESPN Plus because of
Yeah.
Juventus, my favorite
Yeah.
soccer team. I did. I will admit I had watched a few games illegally, but that's because they weren't available. Like you literally could not watch them here because they're in Italy. Like you could you have to watch one game every like other month or some shit live, and none of them were streaming. Like you literally could not watch it. So the only way you could watch
Yeah.
it in the U.S. was to stream it illegally.
So yeah, and I remember during Champions League, like
Right.
I like to stream the matches.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at work. I'm like, oh, I might as well just throw on the match, see what's going on. And so I went online to see the time and when it was playing. Like, oh, it's gonna be on, like you said,
Right.
on Univision.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. Like I go to Univision.com. Oh, soccer game. Blah. Okay, cool. Click on it. Oh, you got to sign in. No problem. I have a TV package.
Right.
Whatever. So I sign in. Of course, nope, because I'm not
Right.
at home.
Right.
I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, well, let's see how else can I how about
You have to buy Bleacher Report Live.
exactly.
Bleacher Report Live.
I'm like,
it's like $20 a month or some shit like
I
that.
was
Or,
like-
$20 a month.
or $10. It might be $10 a month.
It's still.
It's still, and the thing is that the only thing that I think that they have Bleacher Report is Champions League. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all they got.
So-
So I'm not paying $10 a month to watch Champions League.
So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not gonna be able to watch it through Univision.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, then I remember, okay, I can log into Watch Xfinity. I'm
Right.
like, oh, I forgot I can't do that unless I'm at home.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
some things you can.
yeah, but that one you couldn't.
No, right.
Because it even tells you like, oh, this
Yeah.
is not
It's blacked out or
It's
whatever.
blacked out. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna just go on Reddit,
Yeah.
find a stream, click, boom.
It's like
I was
almost
like, come on. See, I tried to do
See,
it.
and
It's almost like they forced your hand.
Right.
It's like I try to do it the right way.
You left me no option.
Exactly. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm trying to watch it how you want me to, and you're making it exceedingly difficult. So what am I gonna do? All right, well, fuck you then.
And that's the great thing about ESPN Plus, for example. Now that ESPN Plus has, they have the rights to Serie A, which is what the league that Juventus is under. It's like all the fucking games are available, not just for them, but for the whole league. Like whenever they play, they're all available. You can watch them at any time. Just click on the fucking thing and it just pops up. I don't have to go fucking looking for it, like illegally. Like I don't have to go search. Oh, this stream sucks. Oh, oh, this is terrible. Like that's a pain in the dick. I don't like back when I had to do it. I would do it because obviously I wanted to watch the games, but it sucks. It really does. It's terrible to have to go. Okay, let me go on Reddit. Oh fuck, this stream sucks. Oh, this has a lot of ads. Oh, this is bullshit. Oh, the stream stopped working halfway through. Like I got to look for another one. Like it's a pain in the dick. So I'll pay $7.99 a month or whatever it is to just fucking. I can just pop it up, boom, click on it, done.
And I think
Perfect stream all the time.
And I think
never
that,
problem.
and I think that's the trick is also like to get that sweet spot
Right.
for that price.
Right.
Because as much as I love NBA, I'm not paying like what is
The
it,
league pass?
The league pass.
Oh, that's what is it? $200 for a season?
I was like, come on, like that's no.
Oh, they were like, oh, It's $200 a season, or you could pay $40 a month. I'm like,
Yeah, like come on, $40. No. So, and there's another thing also with football. Like I love football, but was it the Sunday ticket?
Yeah,
and like
that's expensive.
yeah, and the only and like I love like NFL Red Zone,
Red Zone's awesome. Red Zone's badass.
but you can only get Red Zone.
if you get like that sports package.
You have to get the package.
Yeah.
You can't get it a la carte. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend like whatever the fuck that I'm like. So what?
Yeah.
So I'm trying. I'm really trying hard to do it the right way, but. Like
you guys
Mama
are making
said,
it hard.
Like Mama said, times are hard and they're forcing my hand.
yeah. You leave me no choice.
I take no joy in doing this.
Right. So yeah, and then it's just gonna get worse. Everything's gonna be like, oh this,
Yeah.
oh that.
And yeah, like you said, the more cumbersome they make it for people, the more pirating is gonna be up because it's just easier. Whatever is easier, that's what we're gonna go to.
And then if they start cracking down on password sharing, that's gonna make it even worse. Just because like then it's like, you know what, fuck you. Like I'm not gonna pay. Like I'm not gonna. Not only am I not gonna pay for your service because I wasn't paying for it before. You're just gonna make me illegally stream it or illegally find it somewhere else. And the thing with password sharing, like yes, I get it that it may not for them. It's kind of a loss of money, but it really isn't because, bro. If they're not paying for it, they're not going to pay for it before. They're definitely going to pay for it now if you crack down on the password.
And
sharing.
the thing is like you're
like somebody's fucking paying for it.
exactly. Not only that, but like if you pay for like a streaming service, they've allocated a certain like number of streams.
Right.
So it's not like and you can't exceed those because
Right.
they can easily tell like one too many if you
Well,
want
they'll
more.
cut you off.
Yeah, they'll cut you
They've
off.
done it.
So it's like it's not like there's one person out there sharing their password with 50 people.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
like no, it's like if they give you like 3 streams or 4 streams for like your family and friends
Right.
whatever, or family,
Right.
whatever, then that's all that person's gonna get.
Right. That's why you don't share outside of the amount of streams you have.
Exactly.
So for example, I do share my Netflix but I share it with my family. Well, they're my family. They're my family in Mexico. My wife's family.
Yeah.
But still, like I only have 4 streams because I have the upper
and you're not
package.
gonna share outside
I'm
of
not
it.
going to share outside of my 4 streams because then I can't watch it. Then I'm fucking myself, which has happened to a friend of mine. My friend had the two stream, and I think he shared it with 3 or 4 people, and like they were everybody like other people were on it. When he went to
Yeah.
go watch it, it was like you can't watch it. Your stream on Netflix,
Yeah.
like your stream, you've like exceeded your
Yeah.
your
So,
streams.
yes.
It's like what the fuck?
So like I remember at my
And he was paying for it.
Time to change your
Yeah.
password.
so at one of my previous jobs, I was talking. There was this girl that worked there. She was really cool. She was a younger girl. She worked in the call center, and she was like she'd always like talk to me, and she'd always like tell me about her life and stuff. And she would one time she asked me for advice. She's like, yeah, I didn't like can I ask you something? I'm like, yeah. It's like so there was this guy that I was talking to. I think I might have told you guys this story. It's like this guy I was talking to.
I think I know it.
And like yeah, we're not talking anymore. And I noticed that he's logging into my Netflix because I still see that like
His activity or whatever.
I still see that that, and I think he is sharing his password with like his brother or sister because I saw it show up on another device or whatever. And it's like, and I know when I try to watch something, it says that I've exceeded the number of streams, and he's the only one that I've ever shared it with. I was like, and I think it's his sister or whatever, his cousin. I was like, he's like, should I just change my password? I'm like, fuck yeah, change your
Yeah.
password. Just change it. He's like, yeah, but I don't mean like, okay, first of all, you're not talking to this guy no
Right.
more. I mean, props to him for having the audacity,
Right. To try it.
to still try it. So like, anyways, like I remember like
She's lucky he didn't change the password on her.
Yeah.
So exactly. So like a few. I remember like a week later we were talking again, and I'm like, oh, so like whatever happened with the guy we were talking to, and he's like, yeah, I ended up calling Netflix and I just upgraded my streaming number. I was like,
my
what?
Oh my
I
god.
was like, no, change your goddamn password.
Wow.
She's like, you really think? I'm like, yeah, I know. Like I was like. Change your god. She's like,
Yeah, I would've changed
She's
my
like, all
password.
right, yeah, you're right. I think I should. So like, I remember like a few days later, she's like, yeah, I changed my password. He's like, did he message you? He's like, no, he hasn't texted me.
Of course he's not.
Of course he's not.
He's not gonna have the
He's not gonna
gall.
fucking. He had the audacity to share your password after he stopped talking to you. He's not gonna have the gall to like, hey, what's your password?
Right.
So she's like, yeah. So she ended up changing. I'm like, okay, downgrade your plan because you don't need like 8 streams
Yeah.
for yourself.
Fuck that, dude.
Like, yeah, I'm out there doing the Lord's work.
Yep.
This poor girl could be paying I don't know how much for Netflix right now if it weren't
Yeah.
for me. While some twat is reaping the fruits of her labor.
What if he got like some girl pregnant and built a family? She was like, oh, I guess I gotta I guess I gotta get more shit.
I guess I might as well just give them this account, and I'll have another one for myself.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's like I said, they can't crack down on it. They just can't. And if they do, I mean, they're gonna fuck themselves.
I think when you have a business like that, you have to accept some losses.
Right.
You're gonna take some losses.
It's what they call the cost of doing business.
Yep. Anyway, let's get to some
this is
emails.
this is not a streaming podcast.
We talked
Which it should be.
about streaming and cable for 45 minutes.
Let's get to some emails. We got a few of them. Quite a few, actually. Well, actually, not quite a few. We got 3 emails. Well, 4, including our question. So, this is from our listener, Caesar. He says, hey, guys, new-ish listener.
Don't use names.
We always use names.
No, we protect
The
our
identity.
listeners.
This could be a
because-
fake name.
We don't out our whistleblowers here.
Yeah,
Like the government.
Yeah.
we're like side note, do you guys see that story of Deion Waiters?
No.
So Deion
Oh,
Waiters,
the guy, he
Deion Waiters is a basketball player for the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
He's
he
been
ain't no snitch apparently.
so apparently like they were on a flight to the team plane going somewhere, and I guess he had one too many edibles, and he just passed out. And when the
No, he didn't pass out.
I heard this is what I heard. I heard he passed out, and then when they woke him up, he started having like
He
seizures.
started seizure.
He started seizuring, so that they had to get like doctors and all that shit. So as it turns out, it's because he had too many edibles.
Yeah.
But so the headline was like it says Deion Waiters suspended for 10 games for eating too many edibles on plane. Will not snitch on teammate who gave it to him. I was like, that is like the realest shit I've ever read.
Well, I
he's like,
expect that
he's
from-
like, yeah, I passed out, but I ain't snitching
I expect that from after he got bad at Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson
for playing buddy ball. Yep.
These are basketball references, if you do.
Anyway, so Caesar says, hey guys, newish listener, you nerds are good at tech, right? I have a problem. Let's say I was asked to work in the Trump White House, but in the past I have said bad things about the orange asshole. Is there any way I can search and delete social posting by keywords? Thanks, bitches.
So it all depends on what social network you share these on.
Tony's like the best social networking. He's probably the best person to ask about
So
this.
it depends. Like if you're doing Facebook,
You can search by words.
you can search, but you can do keywords. And also, if you log in your Facebook, you go to your account settings. You can request a copy of all your data.
And it's digital, right?
Yeah. So within that, you can search.
Yeah.
What I like to do is there's an option. I think it's new. I don't think it's on by default. I don't know how new it is, but I did see it recently, where you can limit the age of your posts. So after a certain time, your old, like really really old posts just will like kind of cut off. They'll
okay.
be there, but they won't be visible or searchable
Right.
to anyone else but you. So that's something good to have in case you said like, oh, Trump is a twat, like fucking whatever. With Twitter, it's the same thing. Like you can, a lot of them will do that. Like they have the option of you can actually review your activity.
I use Twitter like very seldomly.
Yeah.
How do you go back and do you know how to go back and look at your
You can,
previous?
yeah. There's settings there you can go to, and you can see like your archive and all that shit. I don't use Twitter that much, but that's from what I know.
Mm-hmm.
But because it all depends on what.
Because I know I think he's a big Twitter user, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
and also like like I think Facebook's the biggest because that's what like most people use, and that's
Right.
what most people search.
I mean, can you? Well, Twitter you can't make private, right?
Yeah, you can make.
Yeah,
Oh, why don't you just make your shit private, right? I mean, then that way, then
you can.
people can't see your old.
You can, but like
I think they could still see what you said.
no, only if only the people that you follow
Okay,
can see your shit.
so don't follow the
Or
White,
your
the White
fo- yeah.
House or
Yeah, don't
Trump.
follow the White House, and if the White House asks to follow you, say no.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
but like I said, it all depends on what networking or social networking site you're at.
Sometimes Facebook will like their timeline stuff. Like, oh, you made this status 10 years ago, and then I'll read it. I was like,
Share it now.
and I'm like, why did I think this was funny? Like, why did I say this? And like, I can imagine like my 21-year-old self like, this is so fucking clever.
Yeah.
I can't wait to post it. And then I'll just sit there and wait for the likes, and they never came because it was stupid.
And then will you please just punch when you did get a
Back
few likes?
then, Now it's like, why did I think that was funny?
You wanted to
Yeah.
slap your old you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why did
Like
I?
past Mamba?
Oh, you thought you were so fucking witty.
But you're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can also like limit you can also like for Facebook, if you don't want your name to be searchable like under other search engines, you can turn that off. So when they search your name, stuff will come up like whatever's out there,
Right.
but Facebook won't. And you can't Google by posts either.
Right.
Like that won't show you. Even if you have like public posts, you can't search.
Also, to be safe, if I were you, I would control the narrative.
Get ahead of it.
Get ahead of it. It's already out there. The internet is forever. Somebody might be able to find it. So, in order to avoid the controversy, get ahead of it. If you're gonna get a job at the White House, like, hey, I might have said some shit. You know what I mean? Putting that out there.
Right.
Yeah. I may or may not have said some shit.
Well, at least he
what
doesn't
it
have a
was exactly,
podcast.
I can't tell you because I don't remember, but just letting you know some shit may surface.
If I ever run for office, I'm gonna say I had a podcast once. It wasn't good. That way, I don't have to worry about this.
I may have said some shit that I now regret.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about this. Elected Senator Mamba said some things he shouldn't have.
Anyway, so yeah. Let's get next email. This one's I read it. I didn't really understand because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But anyway, this is from our friend Pikachu, actually. It says, Illinois compiled statutes. How's it going, lads? Long-time listener, first-time emailer, I think. Anyway, which I don't think he is. Listening to your podcast over the last few years, I've noticed that you lot, as well as most Democratic presidential candidates at the moment, have no idea what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to firearms and firearm rules and regulations. Listed are some state statutes to better help inform you ignorant fucks. You should read all of them, but I understand that you might run out of minutes. So at the very least, read Chapter 38, Paragraph 83.1.1-1. Then, in your own time, I suggest reading the rest. Please note, these are just state of Illinois statutes, not federal laws. But I don't know what the... like, I read the statute. Here, I'll pull it up.
So is he saying that we might have said something about Illinois statutes in the past?
About
and we were
something
completely
about
wrong?
guns, clearly, because I don't know what... I honestly don't understand what the fuck he's talking about.
Of course, it's about guns. I'm not surprised at all.
I
mean, I might have said like, "Hey, you shouldn't shoot people." So apparently, he disagrees.
I guess.
Pete is a great guy. What I don't understand is how he expected us to. Does he expect you to read all that?
He says, yeah, but don't read all of it. Just like, I guess...
Did you read it though? Like
I did. I read some of it. I didn't read the whole thing because this shit's boring.
Give us the TLDR.
Well, there's just a bunch of
He could,
statutes.
Well, give me one or two
You
statutes.
could, you could have put some like high points in there.
So this is 38 1.1 here. Section 1.1. For purposes of this act, addicted to narcotics means a person who has been convicted of an offense involving the use or possession of cannabis, a controlled substance, or methamphetamine within the past year, or determined by the Department of State Police to be addicted to narcotics based upon federal law or federal guidelines. I mean...
Okay, so that's what it means to be a junkie.
I guess.
So that's how the state of Illinois defines a druggie.
Yeah, it seems like
That's
it.
good to know.
I don't know, dude. It's just a bunch of statutes, and they really don't mean shit. Cause, I mean, like that one that he's talking about drugs. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It just says present danger to himself or others, mental disabilities, sexually dangerous.
Are these people who can't have guns?
It doesn't even say that. It just says it literally starts with that, with what it is to be addicted to narcotics. All right, let me go up a little further.
I kind of zoned out when you were reading his.
Well, it says it is hereby declared as a matter of legislative determination that in order to promote and protect the health, safety, and welfare of the public, it is necessary and in the public interest to provide a system of identifying persons who are not qualified to acquire or possess firearms.
Oh,
firearm
okay.
ammunition, stun guns, and tasers within the state of Illinois by the establishment of a system of firearm owners' identification cards, thereby establishing a practical and workable system which law enforcement authorities opportunity to identify these persons who are prohibited by these sections.
So it's a list of
But-
all the people that are not
Right.
allowed to own guns.
But see, this is the problem. you have to be convicted of these offenses. If you were never convicted of any of these offenses,
Well, yeah, it makes sense. Like, if you're not convicted. And
right? So I could be mentally unstable, and if I've never committed a crime, I can still buy a gun and just shoot.
Or
like,
if you're
a
not
bunch of people.
diagnosed.
Right? Or am I undiagnosed?
Because I'm undiagnosed.
Right?
I self-diagnose
Yeah, and self-medicate.
and self-medicate, yeah.
Right.
But I mean, when times are rough, and
The gunman doesn't know that.
it's going to stay that way.
So these statutes are
And
trash.
if they ask me where I got it from, I ain't no snitch.
so yeah. So this is coming from the same person who doesn't want the government interfering with his pocketbook.
Oh, yeah,
and giving him $1,000 a month.
Oh yeah, he's the one that's afraid Obama's gonna knock on his door.
Yeah, take
and,
his
and
take
ask for
his
his
guns.
guns. Obama's coming for your guns.
Like the Grinch in the middle of the night. Instead of stealing your presents, he's stealing your guns.
And Bernie's a socialist,
Never forget that.
communist too. Anyway, this is from our friend Eric. I guess I don't know, not our friend Eric, a listener named Eric. He says, "Huge fan. Y'all got the best podcast on Spotify. Huge fan. Been listening for over a year, and it
God
makes my
damn.
day
There
go
must
by
not be
much
that.
faster."
There must not be that many podcasts on Spotify.
Did you like? Is this an alias that you used?
No,
You
it's a
just
dude.
said that.
It's not for. It's not for me.
I feel like. Is he being sarcastic? It's hard for me to pick up tone through email.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Well, thank you for listening, and thank
Yes,
you for being
thank
such
you.
a huge
No,
fan.
I'm not gonna say thank you until
Because you feel like it's some troll.
Yeah,
He's like,
until
they're gonna give me a shout out, and I hate
hear
him.
until I hear the rest of his email.
All right. It says, "Tony, sorry about your job. Hope you get back on your feet, and the gas station remains open."
See, he was being sarcastic.
Did you open that GoFundMe page yet?
I did not. You know what's funny though? Side note. Speaking of GoFundMe, there's a great Reddit or subreddit you guys should look at. It's called "Don't Fund Me," and the whole subreddit is just about people who have the audacity to
Make a GoFundMe?
to make a GoFundMe for like stupid shit. Like one of them is like, "Oh, my girlfriend really wants a Jeep for her birthday," so that person started a GoFundMe. One of them's like, "Oh, I lost an AirPod. Help me buy another set," and there's a GoFundMe for that.
Is that Junker's mom? She's walking around with one AirPod.
Oh, she found the other one.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Why is she still walking around with one?
Oh, that
She just wears one.
because that way, if she loses it, she has a spare.
yeah, exactly. She can't lose both.
She can't lose
keeping it as
both.
a
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the vice president and president, they never fly together because,
yeah.
it breaks the line of secession.
Exactly. Anyway,
What a great analogy.
Mamba, you making money moves. Congrats on the new job. Hope it's worth it seeing JYD every day.
Now, do you think it's sincere? Are you still skeptic?
I'm optimistic.
You don't see me every day.
Yeah, you're in your office you're in your own office in another building doing nothing.
This is true.
I'm in the trenches.
The trenches.
Get
Hey, man.
it.
I put my time in.
You paid your
I
dues?
paid my dues. This is time for me to just coast.
Today, Junkyard. Today we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch, and then I was jokingly told Junkyard he didn't do anything. He's like, and then he looked at me. He's like, I haven't done anything. I think he read one article about the Mandalorian, right?
I did read an article about the Mandalorian.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Alright, cool.
And then that was it. You said you didn't feel like doing anything because it was too cold, correct?
Not because it was cold. I just didn't feel like doing anything.
Okay. Proceed with the email.
Anyway, JYD, good luck on your new house. Your wife will definitely enjoy the extra space instead of being locked up in a room. You're right. She will.
Side note, she's not here right now.
She's not. She's out and about.
What? Junkyard.
I
Did
don't.
you let that happen?
She's like, hey, what's that? And then she like ran out the door.
Oh, you're like, oh, shit.
And it's too cold outside to go chase her.
Oh, so you just let the back door unlocked and
Yeah.
hopefully she'll come back.
Yeah, like just like Anyway,
Wait, where is she though?
Walmart.
Yeah, that's what I.
Really, Walmart.
That's what I was like. Where?
But you know what? That's good. That's good. You gotta ease her into American culture.
That's what. That's
You don't-
exactly what
you
I
don't,
said.
you don't want to like send her straight to Target where all the
Right.
good shit's at. You gotta temper her expectations. So now that she's been to Walmart and she probably has like
Target's gonna be a fucking like
she's
Macy's.
gonna be like, wow, Target is like the best place in the world, which it is. I love Target.
Target's fantastic. P.S. I guess Nate Diaz couldn't hit him with that good shit.
No, he could not.
Actually,
He
No.
got fucking rocked.
Eric, that's what's from.
I think we were all wrong, right?
So we're actually gonna go over that
Are
real
we
quick.
really?
So because we didn't record last week after the fights. So let's go ahead and go
Nice
over that.
segue.
Yeah, I know. Perfect segue.
Yeah.
You did write this email.
So
I did not write this email. I wish I would have.
thank you, Eric, for the email.
Yeah,
If
thanks.
you're-
Keep listening.
If you're real.
So
Are any of us real? Apparently, this is a simulation.
it might be
That is true. What is real? It's all about perception, right?
exactly. If you believe it's real, it is.
Are you RN?
No.
Okay, I knew it.
So let's go over UFC 244. It happened 2 weeks ago. Main event: George Masvidal versus Nate Diaz.
In order for us to get through this expeditiously,
Yeah.
I got every one of them fucking wrong.
I was gonna say congratulations for being perfect, Tony. It's hard to be perfect.
It's hard to be perfect in either sense, and I managed to pull it off.
Yep, he was perfect. Got every single one of them wrong.
Every single one of them wrong. You'd think that the law of averages would dictate I get at least one of those right, because my guesses or my predictions were all 50-50s, because I have little to zero clue who the fuck these people were. So you'd think I would get at least one or two right. Nope, wrong.
What did I say earlier? Like, instead of having like a perfect undefeated record,
He's defeated.
he's very defeated. Very defeated record.
Yep.
Mamba got 2 out of 5, so he got 3 wrong, 2 right. He got second place. First place was me. I got 2 wrong and 3 right out of the five main event fights. So yeah,
Do you feel pleased? with the punch?
Weren't we supposed to have like a?
yeah. You guys are supposed to take me to gyms.
Oh, that's right. I'm paying for your
yeah,
fries.
you're paying for my fries.
Maybe this weekend.
So yeah, so that is I win again. Second fight in a row.
Weren't we supposed to have like a fourth person, like a guest?
Well, yeah.
Give us their predictions,
so
and then we would see.
Well, no, yeah. Well, Payo Dog.
And Peo came up with
Our
$20.
listener, he did come up with $20, and he was perfect, 5 for 5 on his predictions.
You don't want to give him your money though.
What do you mean?
Because
I
that was
remember when he came during the fights. He came down in the basement. and we were
you
watching
much to your chagrin.
it, you were like telling your wife like, "Oh, hey, don't look right up. Just put on your shoes. Put on your jacket." And she's like, "Why, baby?" So just don't ask questions. We gotta go.
We gotta go. We gotta
We
go.
gotta
Hurry
go,
up.
we gotta
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. He's coming in right now.
It's like, well, we just got here.
I bet him on the first match of the first fight of the night for the main event, Gregor Gillespie versus Kevin Lee. Gillespie got knocked the fuck out, and Gillespie was undefeated. So, I mean, you win some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that is true. You do.
I won between the three of us. I won the night. So yeah, that's that. Let's move on, shall we? Let's go ahead. Let's do our news story, I guess, right? Man arrested for throwing bucket of diarrhea at women near Hollywood Walk
What
of
the
Fame.
fuck?
A man was arrested after throwing a bucket of hot diarrhea all over a woman he passed near the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The man is identified as, in court records, as Jer Blessings. Allegedly sprinted towards Heidi Van Tassel as she was, what the fuck, this is weirdly written, as she was sat in her car after a night out with friends in April this year. Van Tassel was pulled out of her car and dragged into the middle of the street before a bucket of feces was dumped on her head, public records confirmed. The terrified woman was immediately rushed to Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital after the attack, which she says was left her
Why'd she go
with
to the
post-traumatic stress
Why'd
disorder
you go to the hospital?
for
Well, I mean,
the
you never,
feces,
yeah, you never know. That shit could be like,
HIV or some
yeah.
shit. Van Tassel told
You can't get HIV from shit.
you never know if you eat it.
Google that.
What can you get from shit? Can't you get like,
You can
Oh,
probably
you
get,
get-
like hepatitis or something.
You can
Yeah.
get bubonic plague.
It's not the 1800s.
It is still around though.
what if it, yeah, because and if it hits her face, you get pink eye,
Yeah, that too.
or if
You
she
don't have to go
You could
with
get what's the one that you get in the hospitals all the time?
tetanus.
sepsis.
Not sepsis.
Sepsis.
No,
That's a good one.
what's the one? It's like it's only like happens in hospitals and like it's from
Bed sores.
no
That's sore.
from touching shit. What is it called?
Bankruptcy.
Yeah, and what if like what if she actually like some went up her nose? She could get like the black lung.
Or it just smells
What? I don't
bad.
think that happens that way. What's it called hospital disease?
Hospital disease.
C. diff. She could have got C. diff.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's.
What is that?
I hear it's pretty fucked up. I think it comes from shit.
Can you just Google like what diseases can you get?
It's
from
called
shit?
Clostridium difficile colitis, inflammation of the colon caused by bacteria. But I hear it's pretty fucked up. It can kill you. Anyway, Van Tassel told the news station, "It was diarrhea, hot liquid. I was soaked, and it was coming off my eyelashes and into my eyes.
Oh fuck!
It was-
she did get pink eye.
Hot liquid.
It was all inside my car because it was so much. He just kept pouring it and splattering it all over me.
Kept for how much did he have?
I don't know." Referring to
And
the
where do you get so like? There's only so much you can.
Unless he stopped at White Castle earlier in the day.
But the thing is, like, there's only so much that one person can produce.
Unless he was saving it.
But it was hot, so it must have been fresh. Unless he was saving it and then he heated it up later.
If it was a bucket, I'm assuming that he was just savoring it, and she's probably getting hot confused with like lukewarm.
Maybe it just felt hot.
Yeah, maybe it felt hot.
Referring,
but still,
maybe
it-
she meant that like pleasure wise, like hot diarrhea.
So she's in a scat.
it's like
she's in a scat.
sexy diarrhea.
Oh, there's no such thing as
So
sexy
she's
diarrhea.
not complaining, right?
How did you not be complaining?
So this article, like, we're reading it all wrong.
Yeah, she's like, try it out. No, this is one of those fucking personal ads. They're like, oh, I met you on the train. Like, oh, you were that crazy homeless guy that threw scat all over me.
Like, call me.
Yeah, call me.
Referring to the amount of feces used in the attack, paramedics who treated her said that it looked like a man was saving it up for a month,
See?
according to Van
Oh, okay.
Tassel. By arriving at the hospital, Van Tassel
Can you imagine being one of those paramedics?
had to be.
It's like, hey, there's another ambulance coming right behind us.
They're gonna have to use that one.
Yeah, we're like, we got to be somewhere really quick.
Upon arriving at the hospital, Van Tassel had to be tested for infectious diseases caused by contact with feces, and will have to be retested every 3 months. She continued, "It's so traumatic. The PTSD that I'm dealing with is beyond anything that I've ever felt. There needs to be some kind of help for victims of these crimes."
I don't think that crime is that common for them. Unfortunately, like, I'm not saying, look, it's a shitty situation, pun intended, but I don't think that enough of it.
It's not an epidemic.
Yeah, it's not like it's not an epidemic. It's not like a school shooting or anything. That's an epidemic.
No, dude, can't you see? Did you see the email?
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I just read all
There's
the
laws
statutes.
for these.
There's laws for that. Never mind. I was sorely mistaken. Continue, Junker.
Van Tassel said Los Angeles Police Department told her it would investigate the crime and promised to have its victims advocate reach out to her to offer services. However, she said she never received a call from them. Jared Blessings, who was described as having schizophrenia and psychotic disorders, was ultimately charged with battery before being taken to jail. But Van Tassel said,
it?
"Yeah, but Van Tassel said he doesn't need
So he
jail
got a
time.
slap out of the wrist?
He needs mental health care."
Probably not even that because he's mentally
Yeah.
unstable. So he.
But see, now he's charged for it, so now he can't get a gun.
Oh, that's true. But what's worse?
I'd rather be shot.
I mean, if someone, yeah, I'm trying to think like what would be worse, like hot shit all over you, and then you gotta keep going to the hospital every 3 months. At least if you get shot, you just go once,
Right.
and then if you
For
die,
like a while.
yeah, and then if you die, then well,
You never have to go again.
You never have to go again. Yeah, that's the end of it. Then you gotta worry about it. That gets rid of the big sad.
You don't have to
Or
worry about anything.
Would I rather get shot or take my chances have somebody's liquid feces possibly touch my lip?
And your eyes.
Because if he poured it on her,
Yeah.
you know, like
And it's all over her car.
it's like coming down.
Yeah.
It's gonna trickle down to your lips.
Move your mic a little bit, please.
Move her where?
To get closer to your mouth. You're like all the way out there.
You know it's gonna trickle down to like your lips.
So basically, there's no way around it. Some of that is gonna make it inside of you,
That doo-doo butter.
either through
That
either through your nose,
Uh-huh.
through your eyelid, your fucking eye holes. Just it's going in you somehow.
inside you.
That is very disturbing.
It should be coming out of you, not going inside you.
I would, yeah.
And there was probably that brief moment she didn't know what it was, and she was like,
What the fuck is this? Yeah, because at first you're in shock because you're like, what is this?
and then you're out.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
that's-
shit. Hot shit. That is fucking. And then like, and so he was saving it up. So you know that there's all sorts of consistencies in there because you always,
Oh no. So Blessings did receive help, having been sent by a judge to a residential facility for people with mental health issues. However, it was only for 2 months, and he was released in August.
So he's back out there
Yeah, he
in the
is.
wild.
Trying to throw shit on people.
So can he? Is he like on probation or anything?
I don't know.
Because maybe like one of the clauses is, like you can't buy buckets. Like, he's not allowed to own a bucket.
What if he wants to go bigger next time?
He gets like what's
Let's
No,
move the
like,
bucket.
what if he becomes like a villain and I don't know, he gets like a
ooh like a flamethrower, but instead of a flamethrower,
Like-
like
Just
it
shoots
shoots
scat.
Like,
scat.
remember Ghostbusters 2 where they were shooting the ooze?
Yeah.
Like out of the
So he has
guns?
one of those super soaker backpacks.
Yeah.
And it's like
just
high tech,
shit.
so it keeps it warm, and you can dial up the temperature. Like if you want it like hotter,
Yeah.
he'll
That-
just wait for like I don't know, what's a big gathering and where are they at in LA?
Black Friday?
There you go, Black Friday, right around the corner. He's gonna go to his local Best Buy while everybody's waiting to get a TV. And he's gonna give them something. It's not gonna be what they want.
he's gonna just start spraying
Yeah.
away.
It says the Los Angeles City Attorney Office said Blessings is now back in the community, which is a concern to Van Tassel, who said, I will never, ever forget his face. Our thoughts are with Heidi, and we hope she makes a full recovery.
You know what I would do if I were Heidi, and if this guy is like back out in the community, and I know exactly who he is and whatever, I would hire another person and have them throw shit on him.
That's hilarious.
Or what's worse than having shit thrown at you? Like what's something equally gross?
I don't
Puke?
know.
I would say vomit, but I think shit's worse. Like
No, shit's worse.
yeah, like if someone like I mean I've been around enough drunk people where I've had vomit on me, and it's like oh shit.
I could
fuck.
live. I could live.
I
with
mean, yeah, it is what it is. But shit is like, yeah, that's on a whole nother level.
Hey, Mama, how do you feel not having to pick up shit anymore?
Well, I only had to do that once.
So how do you feel not having to do it again?
To know that I never have to do it again?
Yeah.
Love it. It's a great feeling.
Do you miss service merchandise?
I guess I miss the excitement of it. Like here, it's like really slow down, and like at service merchandise, I was always not on edge, but I was always like, all right, there's somebody's always stealing from you. It's just so you have to catch that person stealing. Here, it's like if I have like so much downtime that if I'm, it's like, what do I do with myself?
Touch yourself?
I can't. It's frowned upon.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
I mean, you name them. It's frowned upon by.
So that's probably the only thing, like the excitement of it. But I do not miss, like I still do with kids, but
You just don't push them in the elevator?
I don't have to like kick them out anymore.
Only if you want to?
Yeah, only if I want to. Like the kids that I have to deal with at service merchandise were like little assholes. Future,
They're either at risk or already risked.
yeah, future graduates of the Cook County Correctional Facilities. So I won't miss that. And plus the holidays are coming up. Once I found out how many days we're getting off
Oh yeah,
for the holidays,
because you're getting Thursday, which is Thanksgiving Day,
I'm
right?
getting Wednesday.
Oh, you're getting Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday?
No.
or what?
It's Thursday, Friday.
Thursday,
thought-
Friday, isn't
I
it?
thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah, double check. I thought it was
Because
Thursday, Friday.
there's no school on Wednesday. I checked the calendar.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes we have to work.
But even though, like,
I mean, I'll work. That's fine.
but you for sure you get Thursday, Friday off, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
So-
for sure. Yeah, Thursday,
So
Friday.
yeah, that's 4-day weekend,
And then,
and then Christmas Day and Christmas Eve,
oh no,
New Year's Eve, and you guys do New Year's Eve and New Year's Day
I
also.
found out
Yeah.
that during Christmas, like the holidays, I think we only have to like work. So you know how like kids take 2 weeks vacation?
Yeah,
I think through those 2 weeks, I only work like 3 days.
nice.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. My girlfriend's probably gonna be like pissed that she has to.
You want to come with me to the gas station?
Yeah, we can't
Get
get
some
there.
snacks.
Yeah, we could do something. there.
Cool.
Snacks.
Are you still looking?
Yeah, I was looking to see.
That's whatever.
So you,
What is it? No, I'm just curious because I was like, well, now I'm curious.
so
like,
so you guys will be pleased to know I also have Thursday, Friday off, and I might have those same days you have off too.
You might or you do.
Well, I mean,
As of right now, you do.
yeah, as of right now, I do.
As of right now, your calendar is a big sea of open, a big sea of possibilities.
Exactly.
No commitments.
right now you're off every day.
That I am.
What do you have planned for tomorrow?
You know what's really funny though?
I have an interview
Ooh,
I-
like in person?
in person one, yeah,
What time?
at 9:45.
Damn, so you actually have to wake up before like
Yeah.
early?
I have to wake up. I have to get up. Actually, I have to get up extra early so I can go to the bread lines before my interview.
How do you wake up so early now that you're used to not waking up early?
Well, I find it very difficult, so I just don't go to sleep because
That's what I used to do.
because I don't want to like risk it.
All
You
right.
don't want to sleep too much.
So yeah, this will be. So I already had a phone interview, and now they're bringing in for the in-person interview.
Damn. What's after that? Is there another interview after that, or no? Is it just, they just like offer you a job?
I think after this, they're gonna decide between the candidates they have, and they'll send out offers. So it'll be my second in-person interview I've had. I had one yesterday.
What does this company do?
It is a logistics company.
Moving.
Oh, that's
They need movers. Yes,
if
I like to use the term logistics.
I know which company you're talking about, and that company denied me. So
Oh, should I pull like in Social Network? Remember
Yeah.
how Sean, what's the guy's name that did Napster?
Fuck, I heard his name. Sean
Fuck, look it up.
King?
No, it's gonna fucking bother me. Sean Parker.
Yeah, Sean Parker.
So
there
Sean
you go.
Parker, the guy who created Napster, he knew Zuckerberg before he,
Yeah.
he was famous and shit. So when Facebook was like becoming all the rage, remember he's like, they actually got this company that was interested in investing. Was that it?
Yeah, I think
and he,
so.
and he had to go to an investor meeting, and he's like, Sean Parker's like, yeah, I remember those fucking assholes. They're the ones that like they denied him or they didn't want to fund Napster at the time
Yeah.
or whatever. So he's like, I need you to go in there and like tell him Sean Parker says fuck you. So there's in the clip like Mark Zuckerberg's in his robe and fucking slides, and he just walks into there and like says fuck you and then leaves, and then Sean Parker just please this punch. So you want to give me a ride? And
Wait, was
and
Justin Timberlake with Sean Parker, right?
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
movie?
And then so you want to give me a ride, and then I'll run upstairs and I'll be like. Mamba sends his regards, and then I'll flick them all off, and then I'll run downstairs, and then we drive off.
in your robe and your John Deere.
Yes, my John Deere colorway Crocs.
That's a great idea.
We should do that. All right, that's the plan. We'll let you know how it goes next week. So yeah, that's my day tomorrow.
That's it?
Yeah, what the fuck else?
Are you going to work out
What's tomorrow?
Thursday?
No, actually no, because I worked out Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Did you know, everybody, Junkyard has a strict workout regimen that he shared with us over the weekend. He likes to work out, then rest,
Work
then
out.
work out,
Then
then
rest.
rest,
Then work out.
and then just do nothing for the
No,
rest
I
of the
work out 3 days a week. So it's workout, rest, workout, rest, workout. And I do rest a couple days because it's like the weekend. Because I don't work out during the weekends.
So
And then I go back to working out again and then rest. Work
Really,
out,
I think
rest,
weekends are
work
like the
out,
best
rest.
time to work out because you have more time.
No, because the thing is that the gyms, I don't like driving to the gym.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You go to
See,
okay.
so the thing is like the
All
gym
depends
is
on the
close to,
schedule.
to work. So I'd go before work. And then I just knock it out.
So
and
3
then go to
days,
work.
3 days a week, if that,
Yeah. Okay.
if you make it.
Yeah.
But why do you need so much rest?
Because it's circuit training and they say you should rest between.
Who says
workouts.
that? Who's they?
All the professionals.
They say you should rest.
Between circuit training.
Actually, yeah, that is.
So can you not do anything else?
No, they're not supposed to.
It depends. Well, yeah,
You
he's-
couldn't. I think what they're saying is that don't do circuit training repeated days. I don't think they said.
No,
just,
they say rest, like literally rest.
I don't think they said just lay in bed and stare at the ceiling until your body recovers. You could do other stuff.
What am I going to do?
I don't get on a fucking elliptical.
No, I don't like ellipticals.
I mean, you have exercise equipment here. We're
Yeah.
looking at
That's
it.
that's used for clothes, or
I see. That is a
that is.
that,
First of all, that's not my exercise
that
equipment.
is-
That's someone else's.
that is a very expensive clothing rack.
Yes, it is.
Probably one of the most expensive ones.
and it is not mine. I don't even know why the fuck it's here. To be quite honest, it was. I don't know. Why it's here. Nobody asked it to be here.
Why don't you take it to your new house?
Nobody, because it's not mine.
Well, I mean, here's what you do.
Because if I take it, where's the clothes gonna be put?
No.
The other thing close is mine.
Buy a clothing rack.
Yeah.
And then just
Replace it
in there, and then take the machine with you, and you could have extra equipment at your house.
The problem with that is that where I'm at is super small, and then there's no space for that shit. It's just gonna take up valuable space where like a TV belongs. You know what I'm saying? Because then how am I gonna watch Disney Plus with that shit in the way?
That's true.
You know?
Maybe you should use that instead of.
Nah. Disney Plus says the man that. So check this out. See, he reminded me of this. So the other day, we went to the mall to go get some lunch, right? And there's this guy.
No, that's
this
not your
guy-
story to
Yes,
tell.
it is.
That's not your story to tell.
So this guy.
He beat you to it, Mama. Sorry.
It's not
you got
for you to say.
Cough his mic.
And it's,
Continue.
and that's just that, but it's his fault for fucking talking shit. Because I forgot about it until he started talking.
All right, so pray tell.
So-
Give us a setting.
So we're chilling, right?
I'm gonna get ahead of the narrative. and
Mama's mic is muted. So we went to go get these Philly cheesesteaks, right? Because
okay.
there's this place called Charlie's
At the mall?
At the mall. For those of you who have never been to Charlie's, fucking amazing. Philly. It's like you've been to a great steak and
Is
potato,
my
right?
mic back
Yeah.
on?
No.
No, is it? You turned it off?
Yeah, turn it off.
Is it like what's that one? Penn
Station subs?
Penn Station?
No, it's a little different. It's more like great steak. Think of great.
I've had great steak. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
All
that.
right,
but
I'm just trying to see what
But I
kind
actually think it's better than great steak. I think
Okay.
it tastes better. The fries are better at great steak than Charlie's, but
I-
the steak sandwiches are.
Can I at least attest to
No.
Charlie's?
Yes, you can attest to Charlie's.
Oh, my mic's on?
Yeah.
Oh, you lied to me.
No, I actually did turn it off, and I turned it back
Okay.
on.
I will attest to Charlie's.
And he's about to turn it off. So say what you gotta say quickly.
Their buffalo Philly cheesesteak was pretty good.
Dude, they're all, like I get their jalapeno cheesesteaks. They put jalapenos on it. Dude, it is phenomenal, fantastic.
All right, so is this at the was it Orland Mall?
No, this is at
Chicago
Chicago Ridge.
Ridge.
Chicago Ridge. Okay.
So we were sitting at the table. We're fucking
Just
downing,
maxing.
downing on this Charlie's.
Like Mama,
delicious.
do you and Mama have grease? Like
Yeah, we got grease dripping on our
your
faces.
All right.
Are you breathing with your mouth? heavily,
Yeah, yeah, because you're just eating this greasy like
the
Philly
the
cheesesteak.
meat sweats are
Yeah.
setting in.
Yeah, and then this dude walks up to our table, right?
Uh-huh.
All like he's a little buff, he's a little jacked, and he's like, "Hey guys,"
He's a
but he's
twat.
like he says, "Hey guys," but he's staring at Mamba. He's just like
he was-
locked, like eyes.
It's like he
Locked
knew
on.
his target
Yeah.
demographic. He's like,
He was a twat.
He goes, "Hey man, hey guys, how about you? I have some free memberships to Export Fitness."
Dude.
And he's just looking at Mamba, just like staring him down. He's like,
was it
you
also
know,
like the way he said, like, "Hey man, I got some free memberships
Yeah.
to export."
Like, he's like, "You need it."
Like in his mind, he's like, "Look, man, I'm doing you a fucking favor."
Yep. And Mom was like, I'm just here eating some cheesesteaks, man. He's like, "Hey, man, after you finish eating those cheesesteaks, you go hit up the gym."
I mean, yeah, you could.
But Mamba was not having any of it.
Damn.
I will. All right. One. It's very offensive to that guy. That is.
That he had the gall.
Yeah, it's very rude to pinpoint people. You're in a food court. Like, you're making people feel uncomfortable because you're going around after they eat, mind you. I had I was chewing Philly cheesesteak as he came up and was like, "Hey, do you need a gym membership?" No, I need another fucking sandwich. Get out of my face.
At least
Unless you're Charlie with another Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Get out of here.
At least he was nice about it. Like, "Hey man, do you need a gym membership?" Like if he was speaking his mind, he would be like, "Look, bruh, I'm gonna do you a solid here. Like just go go. Just go to the gym."
If I could see, like, if he was in a GNC or a Whole Foods, those are people who'd probably be more inclined.
Now people eating,
I'm in a food court.
slamming a Philly cheesesteak
Yeah.
in a food court.
I'm the last person you want to, like, don't waste your breath. And two, he was looking at me because he knows a lost cause when he sees one. So he didn't even bother asking Junkyard.
Damn.
He was like,
No, he saw me. He's like, "Man, that guy's too
no,
fit."
he was like, hey, he looked at me. He's like, "Hey, I'm from Export. Do you want to sign up?" And he looked at Junkyard and was like, "Sorry, we don't have any memberships at Women's Workout World, but
Damn.
we'll see what we can do."
No, that's not exactly what happened. He was just looking at Mommy like, "Look at them titties."
Don't look
Like-
at my titties. Don't look at my titties.
Like he's like,
Oh, but I mean, whatever it did, I mean, it must have worked because I was checking Mamba's story, and he was hitting that treadmill hard.
Ooh.
I would be at the gym now. Look, one day I'm gonna get in really good shape, and like, what are you guys gonna talk? What are you guys gonna talk about?
That's true.
We'll find something else to talk shit
No,
about.
you won't.
Yeah, we will.
I'd be a stud, but you better get it out all out now, my guy, because you're not gonna have anything to say when I'm a smooth 205.
That's why I'm getting all out of the way now, because pretty soon, like, I have a lot of jokes, and I don't want to say them all at once. I want to try and spread them out, but I don't want to spread them out too thin, because then, like, there's a certain cutoff point where you're gonna get in shape, and it's like all those jokes will be useless.
Especially like if I get in shape and I got a career now.
Yeah, you're unstoppable.
I'm gonna be peak. Like, you can't. What are you gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. Jokes out of him. He's got a big dick. So, like, what can he?
Tony, you should hit up Charlie's. They have like a million different types of cheese fries. I know you love cheese fries. You're a big cheese fries fan. I don't like cheese fries. I don't like cheese that much. But I know you're a huge cheese fry fan. They got like bacon cheese fries. They got like a triple cheese fry. They got like, they have like a jalapeno cheese fry?
So there's like two to three options.
No, they have a lot more. There's like anything you want on the cheese fries, they'll like put on it. They'll put meat on the fucking fries. They like a bunch of cheese fries options. You would love it.
I will definitely put that on my list.
Charlie's was good. They had good Philly cheesesteaks.
It was really good.
How was the ambiance?
What's a food court?
Well,
So
it
it's terrible. Food court. I fucking hate food courts. Food courts are the worst. The only reason I subject myself to a food court is because of Charlie's. It's worth it. It's worth the food court experience.
You got other plebs walking around.
Yeah, you got guys asking you for gym memberships,
trying to body shame you. I should have told him, I was like, sir, this is the peak male physique. Have you ever heard of dad bod?
Anyway, so yeah, that happened. Oh, excuse me. This champagne here is coming up on me.
Champagne of beers.
Was that just as offensive today as when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch? And the hostess was like, oh, right this way. And she took us to our table, and it was a handicap table. I wanted to ask her, like, what do you mean by this? Like, there was.
How dare you assume I'm handy capable?
Yeah, I'm walking, so I know I'm not physically handicapped.
She just assumes you're mentally.
Where
handicapped.
do you think I have this handicap, ma'am?
Anyway, let's go. Let's get to our gripe, shall we?
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
You got another gripe, Tony?
No, that was my gripe.
That's it?
This dank basement, and you guys fucking breathing all sort of pollutants in the air.
Pollutants.
Carcinogen.
I'm about to develop the black lung.
That's it. You don't have any other. You don't have any 3 o'clock ghoul stories.
No, man. There's usually nobody there at 3 a.m. I mean,
You got a gripe about that?
do I have another gripe? See, a gripe about streaming services.
Yeah.
What I don't like about them.
Oh, we have a question for you. We were talking about this earlier today. Are you still paying for your other cell phone, even though you don't have a job?
No, I canceled that.
You canceled for real?
Yeah.
Dang, congratulations.
Was that your Alaskan number?
No, the other one.
No, I still have my Alaska number. That's my main number. The other one I had.
So you got rid of your old number?
Yeah.
So it's out there in the wild for someone
It's
to
out in
just
the
pick
wild,
up?
man. Yeah.
How long have you had that phone number for?
Man, since 2000 and I had that in high school because my first cell phone. That was my first cell phone. That was my first number, and I was a junior in high school. So since 1999. Damn, I should get it back. I have 30.
Too late now.
No, I think I have like 45 days or some shit.
Do you really?
Yeah, like if you I think you have a certain amount of time, you can actually
Damn.
before they release it onto the wild.
You should use that instead of your Alaska number. Because if it's that old, it's like history.
It is
Like, you know
history.
how many baby girls from back in the day probably still had that number?
What if some of them are trying to hit me up
Yeah.
right now? Fuck. Oh shit! I'm all these missed opportunities.
Like, what if there's what if they, like, one of them, like, finds you on Facebook and, like, man, I gotta hit him up. I still have his number. Maybe it's the same one.
Yeah,
And she's calling you saying,
and then some other twat answers, and then
Yeah.
she falls in love with him.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. I'll think
And
about
it
it.
might be some girl you really liked.
I may have to reactivate that number.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I don't want to miss anything.
Exactly. Mama, you got a gripe?
Not really. Life is good, brother.
Damn.
Life is good.
You get a new job. You think You think everything's going great? Is that it?
That's how it is, man. One day you're in the breadlines. Next day you're making headlines.
I do have a gripe. Oh, fuck. We kind of talked about this already, too. Shit.
I still have a gripe.
Go ahead.
My gripe is with people who complain about movie casting. So there's a new Batman movie coming out starring Robert Pattinson.
That's a terrible idea.
Oh, are you one of these people?
I just think he's terrible. I just don't like him as an actor. Even though I haven't watched Lighthouse yet.
Lighthouse
I'm
was
there.
great. He was a great part of it.
But he was terrible in Twilight.
That was also a decade ago.
But you know who I hate?
I think Twilight were just terrible movies.
Yeah.
Do you know who I hate more than Robert Pattinson?
I think he is.
Kristen Stewart.
Have you seen? Are you gonna wait? Is the new Charlie's Angels out?
Yeah, it is.
Have you watched
and
it?
No, actually, I don't know if it's out, but I read
It's
a review.
coming out next week.
I read a review by
this week.
Robert Roper, and he fucking slammed it like hard. Like he basically said, "This movie should not exist." Like literally, like just like there's no point in this movie. So I thought that was hilarious.
Is it bad that I've seen a couple trailers with Kristen Stewart in it? And I was like, I would go see it.
Yeah, that's pretty bad because she's a surly bitch and I hate her.
Why?
Damn, I'd watch it. I think I'm gonna watch it.
What do you have against her?
Because she's always surly looking. She's always
I feel
got
like-
that fucking shit look on her
I
face.
feel like your hatred towards Kristen Stewart is only rivaled by your hatred towards St. Louis. So now, if history serves correct, the reason you hate St. Louis is because you've had multiple traumatic experiences.
I would be surprised if Kristen Stewart
hold on,
is from St. Louis.
Hold on, I'm not finished. Like in St. Louis, you were muffed hard as fuck.
You got raped.
You got diddled. So you obviously have certain feelings towards that city. Which,
She's probably from St. Louis. Let me look it up.
so I have a feeling that like you were probably one of the biggest Kristen Stewart fans
No,
when
it
she
was not.
first
I was
came
never
out.
a Kristen Stewart fan.
But you didn't want to be made fun of for liking Twilight, so you were one of those closeted Twilight fanatics.
Oh, she's from LA.
So she was doing a meet and greet for Twilight, and you were so happy that you were finally going to get to meet her, and you actually went to this meet and greet. And when you went up to her, you said something like weird because you're just like you're like a fucking toad.
You're
And
probably like, oh, I could be your Edward.
and then she just looked at you like, ugh. And then that just
no,
totally
that's just the way her face is all the time.
and
Ugh.
after she's like, ugh, that just totally broke your heart. And then you came home, you cried, you ripped off all the posters off the wall, like and all that shit. And that's why you hate her. That's the only logical explanation.
Nope.
That for you to like strongly dislike someone that you don't know that much, it has to come from somewhere.
Also, I've seen you walk around the halls at work. You kind of look like a surly bitch. You have a sourpuss look on your face.
It's because I was thinking about Kristen Stewart.
Your head that is always down, looking at your phone.
Actually, no lie. This morning, or not this morning, it was earlier this afternoon. I was taking a piss. I was looking at Facebook because just standing there taking a piss, looking at Facebook, and Charlie's Angels fucking thinking about it. It was all Kristen Stewart. Like the whole little like babe, like the trailer was like a 10-second trailer. It was like nothing but Kristen Stewart. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was ready to throw my phone down the toilet and just flush it because she's a surly bitch. Fuck that cunt.
All right. Anyways, can I get back to my comment?
Go ahead.
But people have been so like I said, there's going to be a Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. Despite what Junker says, he's a great actor. He spent a decade redeeming himself from Twilight.
What else did he do besides Lighthouse?
He's done a bunch of like lower budget indie
And
movies.
that's redeeming.
No,
lower-
he's like
low-
really good. He like gets after it.
I got to see more, I guess, of his movies.
All right, there's a movie that he did. I like one of the movies that I like the most with him is a movie called Good Time.
Good Time.
Yeah, it's about him and his mentally challenged brother, so you could relate.
Yeah, like when I have to deal with you all day.
Robbing
Your mentally challenged brother. Hence the handicap table.
robbing a bank. You know what? Now that I think about it, I was the first one that you greeted when we went to the door, and I was like, 3. I think I held up.
He's like 3.
I think I held up 3 fingers.
He put up 2 fingers, like 3, please. That's why they gave you the handicap table. They're like, oh,
So
clearly he's
maybe that's why
mentally
she put me there.
challenged.
But also, okay. So that they have in this Batman movie, they have Zoe Kravitz
Ooh.
as Catwoman.
Okay. I've only seen her in one movie.
I think I'm cool with her being. She's pretty sexy. I think the cast.
She's no Zazie Beats, but okay.
Zazie Beetz is very attractive. I think the casting that got the most heat so far as Colin Farrell is going to be the Penguin.
I feel like I heard that somewhere.
It's been all over the internet.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Colin Farrell's fantastic. He's a fantastic actor.
Exactly.
He was a terrible bullseye, though. But I don't think that was his fault. That was just a shit movie.
That was also 16 years ago.
Yeah, he's really good. I like Colin. I think Colin Farrell gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think Tony used to hate on Colin Farrell too.
Just like Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, except Colin Farrell is way cooler than Robert Pattinson.
Anyways, everybody's complaining about this movie, and like I learned a long time ago that when it comes to movies that are in development, like don't judge until.
Yeah, but it's a DC movie.
Well, Joker was good. I remember when I first heard about Joker, like I was like, "This is a stupid idea. Why are they doing this? It'll never work." And then I saw and then I heard that Joaquin Phoenix was attached to it. I was like, "What's Joaquin Phoenix? What does he ever make a bad movie?" I mean, I'm sure he has, but
yeah,
The Village.
The Village was a terrible movie.
I like The Village.
I haven't seen it. No spoilers.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's how no spoil, dude. It's like 20 years old.
I don't give a fuck. I had no spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
No spoilers.
It's not really a village.
Fuck.
It's
I just said no fucking spoilers.
It's more of a town.
Oh my god.
Small town.
These are fucking twats.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I learned a long time ago that you don't judge a movie by its casting. With Heath Ledger, when I found out he was gonna be the Joker, I was like, "This is ridiculous." I was like a teenager. I was like, "This is outrageous."
Were you enraged?
I was ready to start I was on
Picketing.
I was on IGN.com on the message board. I was like, I'm angry. And then I saw The Dark Knight, and I was like, this is the greatest movie ever. So, yeah. If you want to complain about casting, just wait until you actually see the movie.
You know what I'm looking forward to after, especially seeing the new redesign, which I didn't have a problem with the old design. Sonic.
Oh yeah, the new Sonic movie.
I'm excited.
I think it has caused so much like uproar that I mean I was gonna watch it originally.
So was I.
But now I'm actually more excited to watch it.
Me too.
I'm hoping that somehow the original gets leaked. Because it was finished, right? It was already,
it was done.
So it's out there somewhere.
There's a conspiracy theory though. Did you hear about this conspiracy
No,
theory?
I did not.
So-
Play the music.
What music?
The conspiracy theory.
Oh.
Conspiracy.
Oh, because it's a conspiracy corner?
Exactly.
Well, technically.
I love me a good
Because
conspiracy
it's
theory.
Not fun.
not fun fact /
Not
conspiracy
fun
corner.
facts. These facts are never fun. Not fun for anyone. Not fun facts.
That's definitely not the right music.
Yeah, it is.
But he's doing both.
Because it's a not fun fact / conspiracy
conspiracy
corner. That's what the segment is.
All right, so what's the conspiracy?
So the conspiracy is that who's Warner Brothers? Who's the one that actually, or Paramount? It's Paramount.
Yeah.
It's a Paramount feature. Paramount did the whole Sonic thing. Like they made the bad design, and they knew it was gonna be like hated by everybody, but they released it anyway so they could get more attention to the movie. So this was their plan. The plan was to release the terrible Sonic like trailer, and then get the uproar and get everybody talking about how terrible it looked and like blah blah blah, just so it could like build word of mouth and like it could bring the movie like more attention.
So
and then they already had this in their back pocket, the new Sonic, and they just like waited it out. Boom! Released a new Sonic, and now everybody's like, "Holy fuck, that looks cool!" Like, wow.
You know, the only reason I would believe that is because the old design was just like
weird. It was weird looking.
it was. But the thing is, like,
They call it the Slender Man Sonic.
exactly. The thing is, like, I thought it was weird looking, and I guess me being a huge Sonic fan, and I know, I mean, I guess
I like Sonic a lot too.
I guess I have a higher
I'm
tolerance.
more of a Sonic fan.
Yeah, who is Sonic? I'm more of a Sonic and Donkey Kong fan. But I feel like for me, I guess I would have a higher tolerance for the weirdness because I'm like, okay, it's a blue hedgehog.
Who runs really fast and collects rings.
I mean, it's gonna be difficult to translate that into
A movie.
live action, just in general.
Right.
So obviously, it's gonna look kind of weird. But it was so far out there, like to the point where
With the teeth, like the human teeth.
yeah, like it's like
Oh yeah, he did have human teeth, right?
yeah, it's like they gave it like I don't know, it's like they said they did market research and they did all these focus groups. I'm like, who were these groups? So that's the reason why I kind of do believe that there may be some truth to it because like who the fuck in their right mind? You mean to tell me that a meeting, a board meeting of like fucking 20 fucking people all looked at this and said, yeah, that looks like it's gonna be a hit. Let's run it.
They must have been must have been Nintendo fans.
so I do kind of like I see where that would pick up steam and like that.
So yeah, that's the word on interwebs. Conspiracy.
You know
Paramount planned this, and now it's bigger than ever.
And,
that-
and you know it's funny because I looked up right now we're looking up who if it was Paramount who it was. I looked up Sonic the movie and the first article that comes up it says studio says that the new Sonic design is not part of a conspiracy.
They said, yeah. Now they actually released something about that. They said that it cost them like so much, like millions of dollars to
Yeah.
redo it. Like they're actually in the hole on this, and if it doesn't make the money that they wanted to make, they're just gonna lose out.
So
on
now we're gonna have to watch it because when they come out with the next live action movie, it's gonna look like total shit. At least it gave us so many memes. Like for a good while, we had some great Sonic memes.
But I am looking forward to it. Jim Carrey looks like a fantastic Doctor
Eggman.
But he's not fat though.
Dr.
Dr.
Robotnik.
Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, you're right. He's not fat, but still, he's
But he's not
crazy,
he
kooky
was-
looking Jim Carrey.
He's not always fat. Like it depends on which universe, which Sonic universe. Because he was fat in like the video games, but I think in like in certain
In the cartoon, he wasn't fat, right? Remember there was a Sonic cartoon.
there was more than one, and I think there's like different mangas, and he's not all he's not always fat.
What about in the Sonic hentai?
Ooh,
That's like its own universe.
in the Sonic hentai, he's got a fat dick.
You want something that's it's true. Want something that's more like where Sonic is really prevalent in? Hentai. It's all over the place. Furry hentai porn.
But I'm a huge Sonic fan because I never had a Super Nintendo, or a Nintendo. I obviously played them, but I never had one.
Genesis?
I had a Sega Genesis.
I mean,
that was
Sonic
my
was
first
great.
I had an Atari when I was little, but like my first like big system, which was one that was like when you're a kid that like oh my god like you had one of these was a Sega Genesis. So fucking Sonic's my shit. I wasn't a Mario Brothers fan. I was a
Speaking
Sonic
of
fan.
they're remaking. I don't know if they're remaking, but they're doing a new. I think it's a new one. They're doing a new Streets of Rage.
Ooh no!
Like and it's supposed to be like
I was a huge Streets of Rage
oh,
fan.
me too. I love all Streets of Rage. There's so they're making a new one, Streets of Rage 4,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much like a throwback. Like obviously it's got like an updated art style, but it's
Mm-hmm.
still 2D, like 2.5D,
okay.
like the same like multi co-op. Like,
Right.
It looks pretty dope. I was reading up on the like the trailers and all the gameplay.
Axel's my favorite character.
Yep.
Blonde hair, that little fucking thing around his head.
So speaking of
jeans, tight jeans.
So real quick, speaking of games, like I've been watching this series on YouTube. It's not really a series, just like a bunch of. It's a channel. It's a YouTube channel. It's called. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's called Games Done Quick.
No.
So Games Done Quick is like this. It's this event that they hold, I think twice a year, and it's basically like it's based around the speed running community. So what it is like they'll grab a bunch of like popular or not so popular, like some cult classics, older games, newer games, and they'll have someone like in front of the stage, and they actually speed run an entire game. So they'll basically try to beat like a certain record. Like one of them was Streets of Rage 2, which is weird. Is like because it's a side-scrolling game, and you can't really. It's hard to like speed run it because you have to clear the enemies.
Right.
But there's certain things that like nuances that you can do, and like they know all about like these like certain glitches you can exploit.
like Turtles in Time, right? There's
Yeah.
one in Turtles in Time.
Yep, there's one for that, and there's like the guys like there's a way where like if a certain enemy attacks you a certain way and you die, it only registers that it's attacking one turtle. So when the second turtle dies, it doesn't know who died. So
Right.
when you want to come back, it lets you pick any of the 4.
Right.
So you can essentially both play as the same turtle. And Raphael is like the strongest one.
Yeah.
So when you both pick Raphael, like you can actually start like just murking enemies like left, like crazy. So it's just weird stuff like that. So anyway,
Yeah.
so there's just like
It's programming glitches.
yeah, programming glitches. But the thing is like it's really cool because like they have so many different games, like whatever games you like. Like there's like some Zelda ones. There's a Streets of Rage. There's like I like the side scrolling, the old school ones. Because I remember playing.
Is
some
there
of
a
these
Sonic
games.
one?
There's a bunch of Sonic ones, and it's like some of the like man, these people are like crazy. Like so yeah, games done quick. It'll
I never finished Sonic, the first one. I think the furthest I got was what's after the first one's the Green Hill Zone.
yeah.
Then it's that other the Marble Zone, right?
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the one after that?
like the water one
Yeah.
where half of it's water or something.
Yeah, I never got past that one.
The
That's
chemical
furthest-
plant. I think it was the chemical.
Oh, the chemical plant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's the first I got. I'm in the first Sonic. I never got past that. I could never get past it. It was too hard for me as a kid. I never tried obviously as an adult, but
Yeah.
as a kid it was hard. Streets of Rage I did beat, not by myself. I always had to beat it with somebody else.
Yeah.
I could never beat it by myself.
Yeah, it was. Those games were pretty hard.
Altered Beast.
yeah,
That shit was hard as fuck.
That was a
I
fucking
could not,
hard-ass game, man.
I could not beat it at all.
Like that one.
Well, the hardest game I ever played, it was for the Sega Genesis. It was this game called Kid Chameleon.
I do remember Kid Chameleon.
That game was fucking like. I mean, I was obviously like this before we had strategy guides, or
Right.
you did have strategy guides.
Yeah, you have to go buy it.
but you have to go and literally
the store.
spend $20
Yeah.
on a fucking book. Which I mean, my parents barely bought me the game, and they're
Right.
gonna spend $20 on a magazine.
And you can't go on YouTube and be
There's
like, how
no
do you beat it?
YouTube. There was no like you had to literally sit there and figure that shit out yourself.
I've
That game-
I've actually watched YouTube videos for certain games. Like I remember I was playing Batman. I think it was like Arkham Knight or some shit. I'm like, fuck, I can't beat this level. So I go on YouTube, look up the
yeah.
like, oh, this is what you do, and I'm like, oh shit, and I
Really?
did it. Yeah, it was like I think I did it once for one level. There was one level I don't remember what it was, but there was one I was like, fuck, I can't beat this
start
one.
menu.
Huh?
The start menu.
Is that what you couldn't get past?
There was one level I couldn't get past. Like fuck. I think it was the last. Oh, you know, it was the last.
Is it the one where you have to put in your name?
No, it was the last level where you're fucking in that tank.
Spoiler alert.
Where you're trying to fucking beat the tank. It's Deathstroke.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, but the thing is, my fucking shit glitched. Somehow, like I don't know if I got hit or some shit, and like I ended up in the river or the lake, and then I beat the game. I didn't really actually beat it; it like beat itself.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I remember I went to go look at the video, like, what the fuck just happened? And I looked it up, and it turns out that there was a glitch in the game. But
Very
anyway,
nice. What's your gripe now?
see, the thing is, we already talked about my gripe was password sharing and cracking down on it, and how this is gonna lose customers. But I do have another gripe, a real quick gripe that happened earlier today.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the
Earlier
fuck
today.
up.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry. I fucking hate when fuckers try to make a left turn on a big ass street coming out of a business or trying to get into a business making a left turn. So, for example, I was on my way to one of work. I was on my way to work, and there's this big street, huge street, 4 lanes, right? 2 lanes going one way, 2 lanes going
Which
the
street
other way.
was it?
I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm not gonna say this name of the street. It's right in front of the mall. Big, huge street.
Okay.
Right. There's a Dunkin' Donuts right there.
Okay.
This fucking cunt was trying to make a left out of Dunkin' Donuts onto the fucking big ass street that's 4 lanes, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so there's 2
There's
lanes.
a lot of traffic
There's a shit ton of traffic.
coming through that.
Right. And you're trying to make a left turn on that huge street. Like, what kind of cunt are you? Why can't you just make a right turn? And then if you're going to have to go back the other way, fucking turn around.
Was she so going west, was
Right.
she blocking traffic?
Yes, she definitely was blocking traffic because she was trying to come. So I was coming down the street. She was blocking me because she's out in the fucking middle of the street and she's waiting for the next side to clear. But because there's so many cars.
Did it take for a while?
Yeah, it did. I'm like, I'm just sitting there like, hurry the fuck up. Get through already. Like, why are you even trying this maneuver? Like, it's terrible.
Were you beeping at her?
Yeah, as everybody was. Not just that, but this happened to me a couple times. So on Cicero Ave by the airport, there's a Panda Express.
I know of it.
The Panda Express is on the east side of the street. So obviously on that side, it's going all one way, right? But people coming the opposite way are always trying to turn left into fucking Panda Express trying to cross.
And that's like-
and those are three, mind you, there are 3 lanes.
It's a 3 lane.
It's a 3 lanes of shit ton of traffic, and it's usually during the like midday, like
it's
4 or 5 o'clock in the
It's
afternoon.
right by the airport. It's always
Right,
crowded.
and, right. It's always crowded, but at 5 o'clock, it's like bumper to bumper. There's always motherfuckers trying to make a left turn into fucking Panda Express, trying to cross 3 lanes of traffic, trying to block traffic. Like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Fucking go around, like turn your ass around. If you got that much of a hard on for Panda Express,
Have you had the orange chicken?
I have.
fucking
It's not
phenomenal.
worth me going through 3
I,
lanes of
don't know. I
traffic.
really like their orange chicken.
I mean, I think I would do 3 lanes.
No, your ass go
Especially if-
around and come
side
back
note,
around to Panda Express.
Out of all the hot sauces of fast food places,
You like pandas? It's
their
like
hot
sriracha sauce.
is fucking. It's hot.
It's sriracha
hotter
sauce.
than sriracha sauce.
Nah.
I've had 3 packets of it in my mouth. I was dying.
You were dying from the Buffalo Wild Wings today.
I wasn't dying. I was just sweating. There's a difference.
Anyway, that's my gripe. Stop being a fucking asshole and trying to go through big streets. Like, it's okay if it's a 1-lane street and you're trying to make a left turn, whatever.
Or there's not that much
Or if there's not that much traffic, then take it. But when there's like bumper to bumper traffic,
It's not even bumper to bumper. I mean,
or if
there's
there's
a lot of
cars
traffic,
coming,
but
right,
the problem with those streets is that it's like fast moving.
right,
And all the lanes are taken up.
right.
Unless there's like the middle if there's a middle divider, you know how sometimes
Right,
the
you can
streets,
kinda jump in the
I'll,
middle
like,
divider.
Go on the middle divider, just wait in the middle. But if there's not one, I'm like, oh, I better go around.
Right. Like, don't be a dickhead. Quit being a fucking asshole. Dunkin' Donuts and fucking Panda Express are not worth all that hassle.
Getting into an accident.
Yeah. So quit being a dick and just go around.
You hear that? Quit inconveniencing junkyard.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
That's a good gripe. Any gripe where I am inconvenienced, I'm livid.
Yep. All right, let's get to our question, shall we?
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Mamba, my question concerns whether to compete, and if so, how to compete for a woman's attention with another guy.
You know.
As background, I'm 28 and have been without a relationship or any meaningful dating activity for about 2 years.
Oh, then definitely no.
Besides a great relationship that lasted a couple of years, I've never had much success in dating department. That means I'm nearly 29 years old, but with the dating skills of your average high school student. And this question practically shouts that from the rooftop.
High school students now are like getting it, so they're fucking. So
Anyway, I know that I can make relationship work once I get in such a position, but getting there for someone like me is tough. I started taking German classes after work last week as part of my attempt to meet more people and hopefully find a date.
We trying to date Nazis?
yeah. Who are you trying to date?
It's a
I kid.
That is a very specific way to meet people.
anyway.
If you really want to like meet girls, I mean, okay. I think if you're gonna go
Go to like yoga, right?
yeah, fuck it, yeah, sign up for a yoga class. Like, there's you know how many baby girls go for yoga? Whoo. Or
Sexy
even
ones?
like because
Pottery making.
I mean, I'm not saying German people look.
That's just
you-
it's
you-
not. It's not really. German's not really a romantic language.
Yeah,
really
it's really not.
Yeah,
It's full of
yeah you're basically shouting at
Like,
each other.
yeah, like I'm saying, like there's maybe
French.
yeah, I can see you
Italian,
taking French,
Spanish.
Italian, like, but if you're gonna like go the European route, like if you want to like meet attractive Europeans, there are other countries that
French.
have
French.
far
Take
super-
fucking French because the French girls are sexy as fuck. Out of the countries I've been in Europe,
Yes.
French girls are the sexiest.
Oh, French girls are very sexy.
Sexy as fuck.
But or even like
take French.
the girls, the baby girls from like Lithuania, from
Poland?
Poland. What's another one? Was it Switzerland?
Ooh, yeah. Or no, what's Netherlands?
Netherlands. Oh, like
Sweden?
Sweden, especially
Ooh.
like just watch.
Go to IKEA.
Just Google like women's soccer. like world soccer, and if you see like the Swedish soccer team, like man, they're all fucking supermodels.
Yeah.
So like Junkyard said, go to fucking IKEA. You don't need to pay for a fucking German class. IKEA's free. And
they have some cheap shit.
Oh man, trust me, you will. Yep, that's my advice.
Did we answer his
Anyway,
question?
no, not yet. Anyway,
Oh, there's more?
I started taking German classes after work last week. As part of my attempt to meet more people, let's hopefully find a date. It's a small class. There are 6 students.
And they're all guys.
There's 6 students, and we all sit along a table. It's 4 guys and 2 girls.
See, the odds are already against you.
There is an amazing girl, classic, beautiful, a huge brain, and warm personality to boot.
What about those titties?
In the class, and 2 other guys are obviously interested in her along with me. Unfortunately, I am developing a severe case of one-itis. I don't know what that is, but okay. It is especially unfortunate because from the way the seating is arranged, I don't have the opportunity to work with her during partner exercises. The guy who gets to work with her is admittedly a much better catch than me. He is handsome, athletic, and he has that reserved, detached cool of an ER surgeon. I, on the other hand, am more like a self-conscious golden retriever. I am friendly, but not all that cool, and sit squarely in the middle of the bell curve on most measures in life. I can barely focus on grammar and the like because I am too busy dying a little bit inside while she smiles her awesome smile, and he tries to make her laugh with jokes about Paris Hilton. Tony and Mamba,
What the fuck?
it kills me.
People still make jokes about Paris
I
Hilton?
guess he does.
I mean,
It's making her laugh.
it's working.
I want to be in his shoes. I want a shot. If that dude wasn't in class, I would already have introduced myself and asked for a drink. But now it's tough because making a move during class would be seriously weird. And after class, there will always be at least one guy vying for attention while we walk to the parking lot. At this point, I regret signing up for the class because now I have 10 more weeks of watching another guy have a perfect opening with this amazing woman for whom I would happily poke out my eye with a sharp stick.
Oh my God.
I am not confident enough in the force of my personality
I mean, at least his imagination's good.
or the awesomeness of my life to compete for attention with this other guy. But I don't think I could bear to watch if things kept moving forward between them without doing something, anything. What should I do here? Second place.
All right, I got this one. I believe I am the most qualified
Why?
to answer this because as a guy that has never been in first place for anything, let me tell you
That's
that
not true. You're first place in like video games and stuff.
Okay, I was never first place in anything that would get me girls. So, all right, let me tell you how you should do this. First of all, you need to cut your losses. As in, you're not going to get her, and you just need to live with that. Obviously, that guy's cooler. So what you got to do is you got to be smarter. So there's 4 guys, right?
Yep. No, it's
4
4
and
guys, 2 girls.
4 guys, 2 girls. That one girl's hot, and he knows of at least 2 of the 2 guys and himself are interested in that girl.
Right.
So now you're talking about 3 guys going after 1 girl. I would say you go for the other girl. Because worst case scenario, your only competition is that one other guy. And if my math serves me correctly, if there's 4 guys, the probability of one of them being gay is pretty high.
I think it's 1 in 4.
Isn't it 1? Is it 1 in 4?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
One of them.
So find out if the other guy, the third guy, the one that's not interested in that girl, find out if he's gay. If he's not, then you're the gay one.
I see where you're going.
If you're not, then you're the gay one, and this doesn't really matter anymore.
Or hold on, what if that ER guy, the more handsome one, is gay? You never know. He might just be trying to find a new girlfriend. Like,
No.
not like girlfriend, like the fuck.
I know the
Honestly, look, even if he is, he'll still get her. If he's as he's describing him, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's gay, straight, bi. He's getting that girl regardless. So what you need to do is you need to understand.
Maybe he doesn't want that girl though.
Okay, but the point is, she is already like, she's reciprocating. because she's laughing at his jokes. He's vying, and like I said, there's guys vying for attention. So she's probably like very attractive. She probably is used to getting all these guys after her. You know your place, which is good. It's very good to be self-aware. Take it for someone who also is very self-aware, and you just don't outkick your coverage. When you see someone that's way out of your league, you need to just move on. Like, there's no. Why would you even put yourself through that? Like,
bro, it's worth a shot.
It's worth getting rejected.
Yeah.
Not really.
Here's my advice.
So my advice is go for the other girl.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Go for,
he said that earlier.
I was going to say this.
Have you not been listening to what
that
he's
was
been
the first thing
saying?
I said. It's like, because there's 3 guys going for that one girl.
He said that earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I said go for the other girl.
Because
you were clearly not paying attention.
I'm like, go for the other girl, because worst case scenario, there's that other guy in the class that's the 4th guy that's going after her. So the odds are in your favor in that. So here's the thing. Obviously, you like this first girl because she's attractive. She's everything you want her to be, blah, blah, blah. But
you got to cut your losses.
But you have to accept what's within the realm of possibility. See, me, like, I understand that. So if I go out, if I see, like, a girl, whatever, and I obviously see, like, okay, yeah, she's way too hot. Like, nope, I'm not going to waste my time. But if I see a girl that's attractive, but you could tell she's a little insecure about herself, that's my niche market. That's my target demographic. There I have a chance.
Well, this is let's see. Why doesn't he try negging her?
Try negging who?
Yeah, that hot girl, and like make her feel bad about herself.
No, she's already done. She's gone.
She's gone. She's already like.
She's like, man.
She's already doming off the guy that works in the ER.
He doesn't work in the ER. He says he's like got that personality like he was the ER doctor.
She's already doming right now as he was typing that email, that guy was getting domed off by that girl. So you need to just move on.
I don't know, man. I don't think he should. I think he needs to shoot a shot. Bro, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but you also miss 99.9% of the shots you take from full court. So, sure.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
So, by all means, my guy,
bro,
shoot your shot then.
But what if she likes that kind of guy? What if she likes him? You never know. Girls
like I said.
How many girls have you seen that are like, fuck, I can't believe her boyfriend's like that's such a twat. Look at that twat. He could be that twat.
Yes. Yeah, but
he could be the outlier.
Yes, he can, but he cannot be in this scenario because girls that are super attractive and have like twat, ugly ass boyfriends are only together because they have been best friends.
Oh.
Look, a friend of mine have done research on this. And
really,
me and Mr. Bernard, we have because we've been many places and we've seen like these super hot girls, and we've seen like these dudes like, what the fuck is she doing with like? They were best friends. They were best friends since fucking grade school, and he just wouldn't go away. She has some terminal illness, and he gave her a kidney. So now that's why they're together. But, or also they've known each other forever, and their parents set them up. Their parents like, oh, you gotta date this girl, whatever. So they were betrothed. So that's the only reason, and that's not one of these. This is not that scenario. So it's not gonna happen.
I don't think it's that cut and dry, man.
Yes, it is. Even if he does have a chance with that sexy girl, like he said, he's only been in like one serious relationship, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't been with that many girls. You need to just get out there.
You know what he's gonna do? Like, let's do junkyard way. Let's say he shoots his shot and he throws that full court Hail Mary and it goes in. All is good in the world, right? Wrong. I'll tell you why. Because that's not going to last. Because you've been out of it for whatever time. She's obviously very attractive. She's going to have many suitors. So you're going to date for maybe a month or two. She's going to realize she could do better. And she's going to move on. And you being not in a relationship for so long and you being so enamored with her are going to be like so heartbroken. And you're going to be just distraught. You're going to have the big sad. And all for what? For 2 months? So you can either have 2 months with a really, really hot girl and then be depressed for like a year or two, or you could take the less attractive girl, but you could be happy for, say, 2-3 years. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
No, man.
And also, it's like the whole question He sounded really insecure, so I don't think it's like a girl problem. I think it's a him problem.
It is, but this is what he does. This is what he should do. Have a little more faith in himself.
No,
Okay.
you should have more faith in yourself. You should realize where you are.
Yeah,
you should realize your place in the universe.
That's true.
But also use that place and expand. Review how many options you have. Like the other girl in the class,
Yeah.
go for her. Why not? And then
If she's less attractive, I mean,
You still smash.
statistics show that less attractive girls put more effort in the sack than attractive ones. So attractive ones feel like they don't need to. They're like, I'm fucking hot. I don't need to do
what do I
anything.
do?
Just lay here. But that other girl, she will dome you off like no other.
What I think he should do is have some faith, have some confidence, right? So I'm gonna go a little creepy way. What you do is
why am I not surprised?
what you do is you wait.
Surprise! Junker's gonna go the creepy way.
You wait for her before class.
Oh, so you stalk her.
No, you don't stalk her.
You obsessively
wait.
shadow. You shadow
Yes,
her.
you shadow her. No, you wait outside. Wait outside till she comes in before you like don't make it obvious that you're waiting for her. Like I don't know, smoke a cig or some shit. Like make yourself
look,
busy.
That'll make you look really cool.
Smoking a cigarette.
Even better, vape.
No, I'm like, oh, you beat me too. I'm about to say, bust out your jewel. And as soon as she walks up, take a big hit of that jewel.
Yeah, and then cough like, smooth.
I am in flavor country.
Or I don't know, wait in your car until she comes out and walk out with her, or walk out like behind her or some shit, and then just be like, and walk up to her, be like, hey, be like we're in like what's up, man? What's going on? Did you do the homework? Make small talk.
So wait in the parking like a creep, and when
Well,
she walks
without
out
her
of
knowing.
her car, like run next to her, be like, hey, what are you doing here?
Hold on, don't make it creepy.
What?
I would
Wait till
first
she
of all.
gets out of her car, then
don't-
run at her.
Run over there, like,
Run
oh,
at her.
hey.
Oh, especially, you know what would be better than running at her? Like, run towards her, but then right before you, like, run into her, bust out your Heelys and then slide over to
That's
her.
what Tony would do. He loves
Hell,
those things.
That is definitely what I would do.
And his Heelys would light up.
Oh, yeah.
No. Don't let her don't let her know. Like don't make it obvious that you were waiting for her, and don't obviously just run up on her. Just like you got to make it smooth. You got to be like casual. And be like, hey, and just talk about the German class and like the homework, and then like just do that like a few times till you start growing making that relationship where you can like ask her out on a date. And be like, hey, you want to what are you doing after class? Oh, you want to go get some coffee or some shit? Like, I know this great place or whatever, and then boom.
All right, so Junkyard's plan is to stalk her in the parking
Yeah.
lot, run up to her and be like, du hast. Du hast mich.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look, let me tell you, from someone that's been there, I've lived this, and I'm telling you, you need to cut your losses.
No, man.
Like Mamba said.
Have some more confidence in yourself.
Okay, confidence is great, but this whole narrative about like, oh, you can do anything and
You can't do anything.
you can't believe in yourself. That's all bullshit.
No,
Okay,
you should believe in
The
yourself.
problem is that people have been like
Lied to.
yeah, people have been lied to, and people have been like trained to believe that the narrative is that you can do anything,
But
and
you
gotta
can't do
believe
anything.
in yourself.
But you should believe in yourself.
It's like, and the thing is, like, everyone thinks that this could be done. Oh, if this person can do it, I can do it. I
Yeah.
can do anything. No, there's too many fucking goddamn people in the world, and everyone thinks that they're the exception. Like, oh, I'm the exception. I can do anything. I'm different. I'm special. No, you're not. You're the rule. There are very few exceptions. Everyone is the rule. You are the rule. You're not the exception. And the sooner you accept the fact that, look, you're not the exception, you're the rule, you can move on. You can be happy. Get domed off by the other girl. And everyone.
What if the other girl's lesbian?
Well, then, wait.
She might be.
She could be. But either way, if she is lesbian or she's not, that first girl is just gone. She's just gone.
I say shoot your shot.
If that doesn't work out, take another even stranger language class.
Fucking take
Yugoslavian.
no,
Take like
Take
dead languages.
Yeah, like Aramaic.
Aramaic.
Yes, damn it. I was about to say that. Take some dead languages. Trust me,
Some
there'll be-
Latin.
There'll be probably like very little competition there if there's any girls taking dead languages.
Anyway. All right, guys. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Shoot us an email. Like, we got a bunch of emails today. Shoot us an email. newkidsinthepod@gmail.com. Or, if you feel like listening to your voice give us a call, 774-40-NKOTP. Mamba?
Yeah, in a world full of rules, don't try to be the exception, right?
Yep. Don't be you're not the exception.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
the rule. Everyone wants to think they're the exception. You're not.
Until you are.
But you're not.
But chances are you're
Until
not.
you are.
Look, man.
Everybody's going to be the exception in one thing or another.
Look. If you're trying to get domed off, that's your goal. That's the goal. The goal is to get domed off. So you play.
What if you don't like getting domed off?
So you play the numbers game.
What if you don't like getting domed off?
What if you don't like getting domed
Yeah.
off? I mean, who doesn't like it? If he doesn't, then like I said, maybe he's the gay one out of the four, and this doesn't matter to him.
Anyway.
Not there's anything wrong with that.
Nope.
It's 2020.
Just
Everyone's gender fluid now.
Were you checking them out next week? Because Tony lately hasn't wanted to record. It's probably going to be cold next week.
checking what.
Look, man, if it's fucking cold, look, it's already cold. I'm already at home. I'm already comfortable.
It's nice and warm in here, though.
I already got my cue. Yeah, it's warm, but like all this humidity and this warmth is like just feeding your black mold. Like it's thriving in this environment, and then you're over here like sneezing and coughing and
He's
sniffling.
coughing. I'm not sneezing.
I'm not coughing.
You're
good.
both here like with some kind of disease.
Emphysema.
I'm about to go to I can't even afford to go to the doctor.
You know what's pretty funny though?
I'm
That
about to go to that free clinic.
even though like you are unemployed, you're still like, and I work. You're still. I like think about that when I'm at work. Like Tony's at home making way more money than me right now. At least for the next couple paychecks.
That's true. This week I will get my first severance check.
Yeah, first out of like,
Unless it's a
whatever.
lump sum.
No, it's not gonna be. I already.
Oh, you
checked it.
checked?
They're gonna, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna basically whatever my pay schedule was is gonna continue for
A couple weeks?
well, for about a month and a half.
Oh, nice.
So here I am, slaving like a dog, but I just gotta get fired like Tony.
Except you won't get a severance.
So I still have to work.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up.
You
I gotta
depressed
be
that.
in bed by 11 for my job.
All right, guys. We will hopefully check you out next week, right?
Yeah, I'll be here.
All
Should I
right.
start a GoFundMe?
Yes.
But I don't want to. I'm not gonna ask for money. I want Citgo gift cards.
Go gift card.
So you can spend them at 3 a.m.
So I can go at 3 a.m. and get some snacks.
Anyway, the ghoul hour, like Mamba. All right, guys. Hopefully we'll check you out next week. Kissies on your dickies.
Now we say that.